Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
You're Jewish, right?
No, I'm not.
Oh. Isn't the Jewish face to put the ashes on the forehead?
It's Catholic.
Yes, Bubba. No, he's right. Bubba, you're right.
Yeah,
Bubba.
it's Jewish. It's very Jewish.
Yes,
You
Bubba,
should
it's-
have an ash mark on your forehead.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody.
And tell everybody Happy Hanukkah, Yom Kippur.
Yeah, and then put the ashes on your forehead.
I got my yarmulke on.
Ah!
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of your listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is strictly prohibited.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, Thursday, February 23rd, 2023. I just signed something. I just signed a very important document today, this morning, and I signed it 22.
Oh.
Invalid.
Merch Crick, if you're listening to the show, Merch Crick, I'll just have to print it out later.
Change the 2 to 3.
Yes, you could, probably.
Yeah.
Your birthday's in 2 months.
Whose is?
Yours?
Oh, my birthday.
I said your birthday's.
Thank you. Appreciate it. By the way, the next Bubba 199, if we are back on Twitch, will be, it looks like March 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, March 24th is what it's looking like. Lummy and I might have it. Lummy, we can't
really give it.
No, we can't say nothing about nothing. Not even on the hot his mess.
Yeah. Got to keep that under wraps.
Yeah, we got to keep that on the wraps.
You have what?
Me and Lummy might have us a side hustle.
I won't mention your side hustle at all, but like when I first bought my trailer, part of the reason why I bought it is because Bad Touch Jeff had not the same thing, but kind of the same thing. On things I could take and sell and stuff.
Right.
But that fell through.
Yeah, but your trailer.
Oh no, I'm not.
You need it like you need that for your side by
no
side.
question.
I mean your 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
Lummy, somebody pointed out to me, a good friend of mine, yesterday. They watched. By the way, me and Lummy, you're a mountain of a man, and thank you for helping me. I could have not done that without you. And hopefully and I want everybody to know, like the things I take advantage of Lummy, that I paid him pretty well yesterday.
Yes, you did. Thank you so much.
And I gave Big Red the same amount.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
$7 while you want it or not.
No, I paid him each. I'm just going to let you on. I paid him each $125.
You guys can have anything off the dollar menu.
I mean, that would be, how much would that be an hour? How many hours did we do? I mean, we left here at what? 11?
Yeah, 11.
And you got back at 3?
Yeah.
11 to 3?
Yeah.
So that's 4 hours?
Yeah.
So 125 divided by 4. That's $31 an hour, Lum.
That's good.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I wasn't complaining. I was happy. Very happy.
Well,
did you make it home in time?
Yes, I did.
Did you?
3:58 walking in the door.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I didn't mean to cut it close, but once we got to the gym, you know.
Oh, I know. And I didn't want to bother you, so.
No, you handled it the right way.
Yeah.
You helped him.
Yeah, but I was in the middle of something.
He was in the middle of
Lummy was freaking out before you guys ever left even.
Lummy, I know you were freaking out before we left, but we did. I mean, we pulled it off.
Mad at it. You mad at it the whole
way.
way.
We pulled it off.
Yeah,
meaning, like, I got you back, I think. If you say indeed you walked in at 3:58. If you say indeed, you're not lying about that.
No, 100%.
And you got paid.
Yep.
So anyway,
that guy with the forklift saved us.
He did. And we need to become his best friend in multiple different ways.
Yes, we do.
So anyway, we documented our little trip yesterday. Me and Big Rad and Lummy went down to the listen, I go to these auction sites and buy stuff. And I get pretty good deals on stuff. And I definitely got a good deal on this stuff. Because I went, before I bought it, Blitz, I went and...
What did you buy?
I bought 5 pieces of gym equipment.
Okay.
And because at the Clem gym, I don't have enough leg stuff. And boy, Anna, you would go crazy because this is straight glute, leg, donkey. It's all about, all but 2 pieces. 3 of my pieces were, for your donkey.
Ooh.
So anyway, I went and saw what they were going for and what I thought I might end up, having to pay for them on the bid deal. And then I went and Googled them and see what they were going for, like around like used places like Bandit Fitness and like what they're going for retail. Where if I could literally probably drive it over there and they give me half of that. Well, so I averaged about $300 to $400 per piece of equipment.
Sweet.
And they're going. Some of those leg machines are going for used. Are going for $2,800, $2,900. So, but the thing about it is, when you buy off these auctions, you have to pick it up yourself. And so I first called. I bought 5 pieces of gym equipment, and I think they're from Booker High School.
Yeah,
they're the old Booker High School, weights, but they're in. Would you not agree? Like they're not shot. Like they're in good shape.
They were actually in a lot better shape than I thought they were going to be in.
So I don't know who teaches weightlifting class or
clearly nobody.
Yeah, you're right. They were all nice. I trained on them this morning. This morning I didn't get a really good workout in. I mopped because we left marks everywhere. And I pretty much just mopped and wiped them all down and used my Lucas Tool Buddy to lube all the cables and all the stuff. I worked out on them a little bit, but I pretty much did a lot of maintenance on it as well. So me and Lummy and Big Red, first of all, the merch crick went and got me, what was it, a 14 or 16 foot Penske box truck,
lift gate
Penske truck
with the Tommy. Was it called that? They call that a Tommy gate, Tommy lift gate or whatever the hell it is.
That's the brand, yeah.
Yeah. So Lummy, if we wouldn't have had that, we would have.
No, we wouldn't got the stuff off. No.
And I don't necessarily know if Forklift Willie wouldn't have been there.
We would have been. We would.
Look at Big Red. Look at Big Red's little calves. Big Red. We were driving. Down there. It's an hour and like 15 minutes, and Big Red was in the little bitch jumper seat. Between me and Lummy, and I just kind of like hit his core, like touched his core. Man, Lummy,
rock solid.
And I made you touch it too. I'm like, Lummy, feel Big Red.
Yeah, it's solid.
He's solid.
Massage his tummy, Lummy.
He's solid. Is he not solid?
Oh, 100%.
My God. So anyway, we're driving down there. We documented it as much as we could on YouTube. I figured
over 2.5 hours.
Plus, I figured, might as well.
Sure.
We're just down here doing nothing. So we documented it. Our first part only lasted 21 minutes because we lost cell signal.
Yeah.
And then the second one.
I started kind of watching the first one, and then you guys ended. So I'm like, all right, well, they're done. And then like later in the day, I was like, oh, they went live for a whole lot longer.
Yeah, for 2 hours and 35 minutes. And then once we got to the gym, we just, I think, Lummy, your phone actually locked up.
The second time?
Yeah.
Yeah, right before the bridge.
So a good friend of mine watched it all. And he's like, Lummy, see, now you know how sometimes we forget that we're on camera. And you know how Anna, you don't have this problem because girls' vaginas don't ever get like a real big itch on them. I don't think. Does your vagina ever get like a real?
Sometimes I got an itch, I got a scratch.
But just like out of nowhere, you get this really.
It's like skin. It's
Okay. Well, us guys will know. Mm-hmm. Now, we're not getting into the whole goddamn circumcision talk here. We're getting into ball scratching, okay? All right, I just want to warn everybody. Me and Anna
I knew that was a secret segue.
Me and Anna
how do you feel about vasectomies?
Me and Anna are going to get into
I never want to talk about circumcision again.
A 2 hour, we're not going to get this done, okay? It's a topic that we just don't need to talk about.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to change her hard-headed ways.
Let's not talk about it then.
I'm not going to change her hard-headed ways.
We're not going to talk about it. This is how she feels.
Shut up.
Anna,
she's
can you
not
tell me
going
how
to
you
change.
feel?
She's not going to change my hard-headed ways, so we just won't talk about it. Period.
But tell me how you feel.
No, we ain't talking about it. So
Big Red's calves.
So
penis,
no,
itchy.
My balls. I forgot I was on camera, and we're loading this equipment up, and I was telling Lummy something, or I had to tell Lummy something. And my balls started really, really itching. Like
What are they called?
balls.
No.
My testicles.
No.
My balls.
Thank you.
My balls got like all of a sudden this real bad phantom itch. Like, man, itch me, get it, and you know sometimes you got to dig on them.
Oh,
Did you make Lummy do it?
No.
Oh.
So just everybody stop interrupting me. Let me tell you the story. So, and my buddy texted me yesterday and he said, "Hey, nice ball. Like, man, like do you know that Lummy caught you really playing with your wiener?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "At 1:14, at 1 hour and 14 seconds, 1 hour and 14 minutes and 18 seconds on your guys' moving heavy equipment or moving weightlifting equipment excursion yesterday that was live on YouTube, which, by the way, you can go to our YouTube channel. It's at The Bubba Army and become a subscriber. It doesn't cost you nothing. It just gives you little notifications when we do spontaneous stuff like this or when Rhett puts up a great thing. Like Rhett's got some good Tony Stewart stuff going up today.
Awesome.
So anyway.
And a food review today, too.
Yes, I'm doing the Kentucky Fried Chicken deal. So, and there is no after show. The after show is going to be the I'm right, I'm wrong, you're left, we're screwed. Are we going to talk about the devil? What? Me, Brent, and Brian.
There's a New York.
The killer. Oh, I'm sorry, the killer bee.
There's a New York now we're calling on the hotline.
Who?
I don't know. It's a area code from New York.
Hello.
Thank you for using Google Phone Verification. Remember, you should not share this code with anyone else.
Then don't put it over the
no
air.
one from Google
Don't put it
will
over the
ever
air.
ask
Don't
for
put it over the air.
code.
I won't.
Your code is 1, 2, and your code is
What, you think I'm stupid? I can't write it down the first time?
1.
Jesus.
Goodbye.
Huh. That was interesting. And it's actually a Washington, D.C. area code, but
Yeah,
weird.
Yeah, that's kind of got me scared a little bit.
Yeah. The IRS is coming.
Yeah, somebody's coming. So anyway, my buddy says, "Man, you were really, really tugging on your wiener at 1:14, like in 20 seconds." Are you? I'm like, "What are you talking about? I don't remember touching my I don't remember really. I was on camera, so I wouldn't really be going crazy on my wiener." He's like, "Oh, you might want to go check it out." So I went and checked it out. Lummy, why are you concentrating on my wiener so much?
So I set that down on. Remember, that's when we started loading. I set it down to film.
No, I think you have, but I think at this point maybe you have it in your hand.
Is it your penis?
So let me.
Yeah,
So
you got it in your hand.
but the guy did say it kind of looks like you were laying decent.
Oh, nice.
But it was way over the top. So I remember I did have this just out of nowhere. I had this itch. I was like, "Oh my God, I got itch." And so I itched, and then I kind of, once you itch, sometimes you take it and kind of just fluff it up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you
you're already there.
if you don't think you're on camera and you're in private, and
Who are you fluffing it up for?
well, in life, don't you just fluff it up?
But when you're by yourself?
Well, I mean,
I mean, if you got an
You'd
itch
be
and you're
regular.
already down there, then you give it a couple pams.
Okay.
Just to kind of admire it.
Yeah, just to make sure it's there. What's up, little guy?
yeah. Doesn't always have
Little
to be an
guy.
ideal.
I mean, is of all your body parts, isn't that your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Blitz, do you like your nose more than you like your wiener?
No.
No. Do you like your butthole more than you like your wiener?
Sometimes, but
No.
usually not.
My butthole is like least on my list.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. I don't like my butthole. I don't readjust my butthole.
Oh.
But my wiener, you probably besides your hands, because you probably touch your wiener more than any other thing. And maybe your nose or your mouth or something. But anyway, let me, here.
Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
Interesting.
Right.
Where's that from?
You guys sound weird.
Hey, bud, how you doing? Hold on here. This is that. I mean, where did that other sound come from? Do I got some window open? Probably.
Yeah, Lummy, what's going on?
Tell him, Lummy. Quickly.
I've run this place for 20 years.
Lummy!
But I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
Lummy, are you more than what we see in paper?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So here's the tow truck guy that's helping us out, and I'm making my way back to the truck, and Lummy, I think this is.
Oh, this was me setting up so when we came around.
Yeah.
This is right
It's
when
like you're holding hands.
Well, I'm just giving the guy a high five.
No, I know, but just
now watch this full blown. Like it's almost if this show wasn't so transparent and we didn't have such thick skin, like Noah, like Howard would, if he was playing with his wiener like this, he would never allow this to be on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I'm secure enough in my wiener adjustment that.
Your wiener presentation.
Yeah, so here you go. And watch how uncomfortable this is. And let me completely, I obviously completely forget that I'm on the air, or not only are we taping, if we were taping, I could have said, okay, you'll have Rhett cut that out. But we were live.
Oh, we were live, all right.
Here we go. Nice to meet you. Now watch. We don't need to forklift, I don't think, do we? Oh, yeah, I mean, if you can.
Bubba.
The hell? You all right down there?
It's like you did it on purpose.
No, but like
you were like
looked like
you were staring right at the camera.
OnlyFans Clem.
I don't know.
You walked up staring at the camera.
But I don't know what got into me.
Neither do we.
Like,
why are you like this?
Well,
you need some janitor and a drum.
Really
I mean, like I had a really, really, really bad itch, and then the last little thing was like, hey, but little guy, you there? It does look like I was laying decent. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Anna's gonna probably have to be the judge of that.
I'm not gonna be the judge of anything.
Good. Nice to meet you.
I say we use forklift.
We don't need a forklift, I don't think, do we? Scratching.
Jesus.
Scratching.
What's the little poke deal for? You poked him.
I don't know.
Propped him up.
I don't know why why I'm even playing this.
I don't either because I can't show it. So
I'm telling on myself.
I know.
I think you could show it. I think it's
pretty salacious.
Just a man readjusting his wiener.
But now that you're talking about it directly, it's a violation. So
that was a deep scratch too.
But then the end, that little boop.
Anyway,
listen. The little poke at the end was
yeah. All right, well, good.
It was a goodbye kiss.
People can't see it.
No, they can go on that video and watch it if they want to see it.
It's at 1:14. It's at 1:14:20. I think it is. I think it's at 1:14:20 here. Hold on here. I think it's at one.
It's right after Bubba stares right into the camera.
You see, I'll take exact. Okay, boom. Okay, here it is. It's at 1:14:21.
You're looking good though, Sponge.
Yeah.
Thank you. Look at then.
We use forklift.
We don't need a forklift, I don't think, do we?
Wait, where's Poke? Where's Poke?
Oh, yeah, I mean, if you can. That's the worst. With my Let's Go Brandon handicap shirt on. 1:14:21 is where it's very embarrassing. And if I wasn't so, if secure in this program, you think any other hosts would allow that? No. Hell no. Nobody would allow that.
Nope.
Oh, man.
Taken down and cut out.
Anyway, let me thank you so much for helping me. I could have never done it without you.
And to be honest, I mean, yeah, the gym equipment was, I would say, it was really nice than thinking what you were going to get from a local high school.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be kind of cheesy.
Are the
pads okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
There's one little cut, like from a weightlifting belt, on one piece.
Okay.
But it's like maybe 3/4 of an inch long.
Because usually it's just the pads and the grips that go on.
Right.
And as long as they're not like rusted out.
Yeah.
But,
so.
But that can all be easily fixed.
I'm just going to take like a little bit of super glue and just kind of do a little vinyl repair on it.
Maybe a vinyl repair kit?
Oh, do they make those?
Yeah, and usually for boats.
Oh.
Like West Marine will have it.
Really?
Yeah.
And like how does that work? Like do you just
There's a few different kinds, but like there is like a special glue and it's like colored and it can fill in and all that.
Jake Paul takes the next step in his boxing journey with his fight with Fury. Now,
Tyson.
Fury.
No, Tommy, his brother.
Oh, okay.
Oh, not
Tyson Fury.
Not
his
the
brother.
popular one.
See that right there, Anna.
But I mean,
I was thinking if
he's
it was
working his way in there.
if it was Tyson
Fury,
then I was gonna say absolutely for sure, Jake Paul, who has all the money in the world, is paying these guys to throw fights.
So I hate the Paul brothers, and I don't like Jake Paul at all. But like he's gotten like to be a decent fighter. I mean, he's not nothing.
But I don't think you're right. He's not.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not a joke.
Put some time in,
and he's not a joke. And there's probably a lot of people he could beat. But I don't think that Tyson Fury is one of them.
And I think he knows that.
And
I don't even think they would be in the same weight
not
class. Because Tyson Fury is like 6'9".
Yeah, but here's the deal: the more people that Jake Paul beats that are good, makes me just believe that he's not getting better that much more quicker. That he's paying these people to lose.
It's a possibility.
If you're on the backside of your career and they're like, listen, you can make $5 million if you beat the guy, but if you lose, you make 10.
Huh?
Right? Just make.
Are they allowed to do that?
I don't know.
Or these?
You know what?
Sanctioned?
No. These are all. I think all of these fights are what they consider exhibition fights.
Then in that case, they can do whatever they want. Basically,
I think now if they are sanctioned by the state of Nevada or New York or wherever they're having them,
still doesn't mean they can't get paid on the backside.
Jake Paul's unorthodox career in boxing might just be about to get serious. The YouTube influencer turned prize fighter will be coming up against a recognized professional boxer for the first time Sunday. That's this Sunday when he takes on Tommy Fury.
And it will be this one will be sanctioned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's what it says. This bout will be sanctioned.
Since venturing into the boxing world in 2018, Paul has fought fellow influencers and former NBA basketball player.
Red says that they've booked this fight before, but Fury backed out.
Really?
Yeah.
Pardon?
He's slayed up. Yes, making gingers proud across the world, especially the filthy ones.
Yeah, it was like right at the last minute. I think within the week of the fight. I want to say it was first week of January when they were supposed to go at it before. Fury backed out before. And
didn't he get into a fight outside of a bar?
I knew it was something that happened. I didn't follow it that closely, so I couldn't tell you honestly. But I know for sure he backed out, and Paul was not very happy about it.
Yeah, it looks like it was postponed twice.
I want somebody to kill him. Not kill
what?
him. I don't want to kill him.
Oh,
like
in the fight.
Yeah,
like destroy him in the fight.
Yes. Not murder.
Right.
Kill him on points in boxing.
Yeah.
Just, some legitimate guy. Looks like now this Tommy Fury guy is a very, accomplished boxer. Not as accomplished as his brother, but I think nonetheless probably the most accomplished guy that Jake Paul has fought so far.
He's 8-0.
Yeah, he's as legit, if not maybe a little more than some of the guys that Paul's fought already, as far as boxers go. You know what I mean? Like Anderson Silva's in a league of his own, but he's old, man.
Right.
And it looks
How old is Tommy?
How old is this guy?
Late 20s?
Oh,
okay.
He's
I guess Jake Paul's 26.
I think
Fury has an 8-0 boxing record.
Fury's 23.
But has never fought more than 6 rounds in a single bout. In that sense, he's also taken a step into the unknown this weekend, certainly when it comes to the global appeal of his opponent. Paul has 4.5 million followers on Twitter and 22 million followers on Instagram. The fight was initially scheduled for December of 2021, but Fury had to pull out because of an illness. It'll be held over 8 rounds. Where's it going to be at?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Maybe that's on the workaround with regards to take a dive on the Yippee-O deal.
Well, it looks like Paul's guaranteed $3.2 million plus 65% of the pay-per-view money.
So Jake Paul's 3.5 and 65% of the pay-per. Okay, and then
Fury is $2 million and 35% of the pay-per-view takings.
That's what the deals are.
Yeah.
I mean, hate him as much as you want. He's making
and there will be an
bank.
additional $1 million on the line for the winner as a performance bonus.
Oh, all right. So it could potentially be $4.5 million and 65 points on the deal for Jake Paul.
Yep.
And then $3 million with a win and 35% of pay-per-view for Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
I like to see Tommy Fury win. And this Jake Paul finally realized that you're a good boxer. You're a good boxer for the amount of experience that you have. But you're gonna, you need to probably stay in your boxing lane.
They're doing 65 and 35% of pay-per-view money.
Yeah.
Who else is getting any money out of that deal? How are the promoters making money?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are the undercard guys or anything?
The ticket? Yeah, I mean, that's what it says in how much the fighters will win on boxing.
Yeah.
Well, to me, that doesn't make sense because you're right, Blitz. Like, they usually back out, 10 or 15 points for the people promoting it.
You would think so. Of course, maybe in Saudi Arabia, they just don't care.
Maybe it's some Prince dude. Did you see that?
Ryan Darrow, $10 super chat.
$10 super chat. Thank you. I haven't even checked my phone and see if we got any Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, and we have not. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, all at the Bubba Army. People like me and Big Red are probably causing some poor diabetes. He's on the Zempic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I think he's got such an unbelievable core.
Yeah, he does.
God, he's in shape. Ozempic runs low for diabetes patients as weight loss surges.
Yeah, the diabetes people are getting mad.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Somebody's mad about something at all times. Drugs like Ozempic have been so popular among people seeking to lose weight that they are now in short supply for patients. Well, Dr. Dan's got a whole boatload of it because he gets it compounded in Miami. He's not worried about getting name brand Ozempic. He has a Miami compounding pharmacy that makes it for him. So go see him, you diabetics.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, how do I feel about people paying for things like aesthetically when other people need it for health? But it's like, man, I also kind of get it. Like, it's a business.
Yeah, but it's not like it's, like it's a famine and we're getting food and other people are not.
Yeah.
They don't
need to live or anything.
No, but what I'm saying is like.
But then if it ups the price for them, that should be covered by insurance.
If you're a diabetic and you're taking Ozempic, that's a medical condition, and if you have health insurance, then certainly going to take care of it. Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think what's health insurance? Like $30-$40 for it a month, I think they said.
What's health insurance cost the average person, period?
Oh.
Yeah.
But then if you think, like, if Ozempic is helping people prevent getting diabetes, then
if there's a diabetic woman and she can't get her stuff and she's going to die, I'd feel maybe
she should be first in line. But if this is helping people not get diabetes, then that's also a good thing because eventually maybe they would if they wouldn't take this drug, and then they'd have to be taking maybe Ozempic and insulin and a bunch of other stuff anyways. So.
Zachariah Morehouse, 25 on the Cash App. Thank you, at the Bub Army. You guys are the one that keeps us afloat. Big Red said that he got his blood work back a couple days ago, and he's been on Ozempic now, I think almost 2 months, and his blood work was better than it's ever. His glucin levels or whatever the hell, all those.
Right, no, it's glucin.
His glucin levels and all that, and have always been kind of a little bit high. He said his blood work was more perfect than it's ever been because of the Zemp. My blood work's coming. Fish on the J, 25. Is he still helping you with fish?
Yeah.
Right.
No, I mean, no, he is. Been seeing a lot out there.
Let me.
I mean, I'll throw some fish in there. That water's just going to keep going down.
Why not one of these days, Lummy, you and I do an old school where, like, you're my son. Well, you could almost be you could be my son.
You guys need to get the cane poles.
Yeah. Old-fashioned cane poles and straw hats, Lummy.
All right.
Now, Lummy, you could be my son.
It could be.
How old are you, 36?
37.
You guys could sit on a bucket and cane pole fish.
I cannot sit on a bucket.
You're 38, I thought.
Am I? Oh, yeah, I'm 38. I stopped counting.
I have you.
Face, $10 super chat.
Thank you.
Because you're 3 years older than me.
But if I had you, Lummy, I
16, 17.
When I was 19, 20, I got a girl pregnant.
Right.
It could have been you.
It was little Lum.
Papa.
So, Lummy, we need to go out like son and
set up some chairs
and son and dad and set up a couple lawn chairs with a cane pole and some straw hats. Mm-hmm. Couple Miller cooler full of Miller. Thing about it is, what? We wouldn't get any peace because the damn goats would be messing with us at all times.
Cane poles.
Aren't you kind of like that duo that you played like a year ago in the car with the. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Smokey and the Bandit?
Yeah, and you're like,
yeah,
the dumb son or something.
Yeah,
like
I mean that's kind of the dynamic we have when we get together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dumb son,
especially in the Penske truck.
That can be what we call it. You want to play a version of dumb son?
Yes, I'll play your dumb son.
David Wright 50 Cash App. Love you, buddy.
You could let the
because
goats...
February is going to suck for us. We got canceled off of Twitch, banned 2 weeks. What's that, Blitz?
You could let the goats in the other fenced-in area while you guys fish.
You know what we could do is we could get collars for the goats and tie them to the fence for a while.
Yeah.
Would you be crying while we were
fishing?
No,
they'd be crying the whole time. I have an idea. I got like this that metal fence that I bought for when the hurricane came, and I can just wrap that around and like a little barricade,
like around their pen or something.
Yeah.
But let's say that we didn't barricade. I mean, we went there and we went and set up 2 lawn chairs and we threw out 2 cane poles. Would they be bugging us nonstop?
For a little bit, and then they'd leave us alone.
What if I had a whip?
Well, then they definitely wouldn't be bothering us.
And I whipped, and listen, that's not being mean to animals. If you just whip them off, you're like sha.
No, like they'd come up for a minute and like kind of, and then once they kind of were bored with it, they'd move on. That's what they used to do. Like when I would be out there a lot, they would come over.
But I could whip them too.
Yeah. They'd get bored after they ate your headphones. They stole your cell phone the other day.
Yeah, then they would be bored.
Like if we tried to set up a cell phone on a tripod, catching us fishing from like a wide angle, they'd be eating the phone, eating the tripod,
eating your chair,
pushing it over.
If you had drinks sitting out, they'd be trying to drink your drinks.
Right.
If you had
know what they like to eat more than anything? Shoelaces.
Yeah.
They go nonstop.
Right there.
They go right there on the shoelaces. I kick them when they do that.
Oh yeah, of course.
They don't eat the shoelaces anymore.
You don't even have shoelaces.
We could, if we did it kind of like after the show too, we could always have the filthy running camera, make it a big time production. Get different angles.
Yeah, but I mean, why can't it?
Oh, it can't be. I just,
just me and you. We don't need the filthy there.
Okay, that's fine.
Just me and you.
Three's a crowd.
Got a little tripod wherever, fishing, straw hats, cane pole, worms.
Yeah, we can set it up too.
I don't want to hear you say you got to go dig up some worms. You can go right down to, Willie's Worm Shop and get
Hong Kong Willie.
Yeah, you can get worms all day. What do we need? We need little worms, red worms, night crawlers. What do we need?
Regular worms worked last time, so they'd work the same. They've been coming out lately too.
What do you mean?
I got the perfect spot to cast in. Oh, like when I walk out there, I know the
exact
spot.
We're not casting, and I thought we're cane poling.
Okay, we're cane poling. We'll drop our pole in, and we'll catch them in like 10 seconds.
No, but if we did have one of those little Zebcos we could wing it across the pond, I mean, you got anything in there that would bite off of a lure, or is it all just worm and bobber?
I think for us to catch it, it'd be better with a bobber and a worm.
Mm-hmm. Because we don't have anything big enough that will go. I mean, the lures that we would throw out there are bigger than the fish we have in the pond.
No, but I know those bluegills would really want the worms.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't be sitting there just reeling the whole time.
I don't know if you feed them, if you throw fish food out there very often, but don't feed them for a while. Get them real hungry.
Oh, I usually don't. I don't feed them it's like once every couple weeks.
Yeah.
Joshua Markison, $25 PayPal.
We do need some water though, don't we?
Yes, we do. Bad.
I mean, Blitz, no matter how dry it ever got here, I don't think that thing would completely dry. I mean, it's deep enough that I think that, our fish won't die. Right? Yeah. I mean, it's like, Lummy, you said you thought it was like 10 to 12 feet in the middle.
Yeah.
So, it may go down quite a bit, but I don't think if you have a pond and it gets too dry, it completely dries up and everything dies. I think we can I think our pond's deep enough to keep things, they're real estate. They might be all jammed in, one little area.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we got enough to keep them alive. I mean, it's your area. What do you
think?
Well,
that's the thing is 100% we're ready for a bass. But if we put a bass in there now and it gets too low, then the bass will literally just eat every single thing because they'll be in such a little area they won't be able to hide. That's why I'm just waiting to put the bass in now.
Right, that's what you're waiting for. Right, it's only been 4 years that you've been waiting.
You should see the ecosystem on the fish.
What do you mean?
There's a good amount, and the ones that we got from Hierarchy, I'd say there's probably 10 that survived.
Really?
Yeah. Out of 80.
All we got to do, Lummy, is go over, that really big water retention pond they have by the International Mall?
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge. All we got to go over there is throw one cast net.
Yeah.
One cast net, pull them in, throw them in a bucket, and run them over to our place. and we're golden.
No, but we do have fish. Bubba, I have video of it.
I understand we got fish, but why not go get more if we
We
can?
need more fishes.
Because that's what I'm waiting for with this water. I was talking
and
with
when
fish
you go
on
to the
Janet.
other pond too, take a few buckets so we can take some of their water.
Oh, good idea. Well, we have a pump here, Blitz.
We do?
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Just
listen,
kick the pump on then.
Blitz, I do have a trash pump over at the track.
Yeah.
What we could do is now how much water is in that pond
Nothing.
next to the storage unit?
That's pretty dry now.
Is it dry?
Yeah.
How about the pond next to Bake More Pies?
Yeah, I don't think they'll be too happy if we start taking their water out of their
We
pond.
just pump all their water out of their pond.
Just throw a hose over the fence and start sucking their water out.
I mean, we'll do it at midnight, of course. I mean, nobody's over there.
Yeah.
He's siphoning him like the cartel's
Be like-
been doing in
be
North
like,
Yeah.
Lummy,
California.
we got Lummy over there.
I'm sorry, Bubba. I left the hose over the fence and they caught me.
Yeah, it'd be like Uncle Eddie in National Lampoons. Just give him a little wave.
I'm not going to play the audio, Blitz, but I am going to play. We can maybe play a little bit of the video. And that's Biden. I guess he fell.
Oh, he fell going up the stairs again.
Again. It was windy.
It's like his thing.
It was windy.
This is him going up the stairs to Air Force One
in Poland.
I didn't. I was checking the stair for my pencil.
Well,
I dropped my pencil.
There's more talk of him not running again. So,
one would think that he would have already announced it.
Well,
right?
I mean, I'm willing to bet that they don't want him announced because they don't want him to run.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He wants to, so they're trying to hold him off.
That's what I'm saying, Blitz. Like a normal candidate, like Clinton. It'd be interesting to go back and look at all the presidents that ran successfully for 2 terms, or at least announced. Like when did Donald announce his second term? When did Clinton announce his second term? When did Barack Obama announce his second term? When did George W. announce his second term? When did Clinton announce his second term? When did Reagan announce his second term? You know what I'm saying? Like
I need more examples.
No, you don't, bitch. But you know what I'm saying, Anna? Like all these presidents that went on to run for, and out of everybody that I mentioned, the only one that didn't. Well, I guess George H.
He just didn't win.
Well, he ran.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He ran. So if you go back to go to Ronald Reagan, George H., Clinton, Barack, George W., and Trump, and see what the date.
Well, it looks like at least on Obama I found is April 4th, 2011.
All right, when was the election?
He won. He got inaugurated in what, 2009?
Well, it would have been 2008 election, so it would have been 9, 10, 11, 12. And so he announced when?
April 4th, 2011.
Oh, so
right.
April. Okay.
April. So he's really not. Biden's not behind.
No.
Like it's so some of these successful presidents, that successfully won. When I'm not saying necessarily they were their presidency was successful, but they got reelected nonetheless for a second term.
He still got 5 or 6 weeks.
Barack Obama waited till April. When did Trump announce that he was running again?
Day 2 of his presidency.
Yeah, I just want to let you know I just got sworn in. I just did my first inauguration, and as of tomorrow, I will be declaring my candidacy for 2020. When did I can ask Alexa? Hey, Alexa, when did Trump announce he was running for president a second time?
I'm not sure.
Let me bing.
June
18th, 2019.
Oh, so he waited till June. So here we are, February, and people are already getting a little antsy that the president hasn't announced that he's running yet, but he's not, by other presidents announcing, he's not.
It's still early.
He's very,
it's funny because I think with the other ones we just assumed, but because this guy is such a
buffoon,
there's a question.
He's just so old that you're like, are you? Look at you. You're a mess.
And Bush announced May 16th, 2003.
Yeah, so May. You got Clinton in April. You got
Barack in April.
Barack in April.
Well, yeah, one's April, May, and June. Basically.
Yeah, April, May, and June.
Ooh, that was pretty sweet for Obama. I was just thinking. He announced his re-election, and then less than a month later, we capture and kill Osama bin Laden.
Yeah,
that was a shoo-in for the re-election.
Yeah, everybody was feeling really good. Yeah,
wow, great timing.
I'm thinking, like I don't know who said earlier, but maybe you, Blitz. But man, the Democrats are like, Joe, I know you want to run.
Yeah, they don't want to run.
But you can't, buddy. You just can't. You're a complete ass bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to get Gavin Newsom up in here or something. Because you're just a joke. You can't, Joe, you can't even walk up the stairs, buddy.
I mean, to be honest, I kind of hope they put him up there because it'll be easier to defeat him.
I don't know, man. I think we're so divided as a country that it's a close race no matter who we're. I mean, I
think Newsom has a better chance, but
that's what I'm saying. So, but I think it's always going to come down right to the wire just because we're so polarized.
For sure.
We're so,
Should be interesting to see.
We're so
who they select.
Yeah,
it's not going to be Biden. Like the people that actually run stuff, they're like this. We're going to lose. Like we can't.
You could discuss it on the I'm Left, You're Left, We're All Left show today. You're doing that one today, aren't you?
Yeah, we're doing that today. It'll be a podcast. Today's after show. Me, Brent Hatley. It's the Killer Bees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Killer Bees.
You didn't say it right, Lemmy.
The Killer Bees.
Yeah, it's the Killer Bees.
Is it going to be live or podcast only?
It's going to be podcast only.
Okay.
And it'll be up at noon.
Yep.
And it'll be me and Babyface and Brent Hatley, the Killer Bees. And you can go get it wherever you get podcasting. And enjoy, okay?
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
You said Bernie Sanders wants to run.
No, buddy.
He's
80. He's like 79 at least. Come on, man.
This is gonna
Why
be
you guys gotta be
cool.
so fucking old?
What's up, Big Lunger?
Thank you, Mario Gonzalez. I feel like it's almost like too much now. I'm not even really doing that much lifting. It's just all that jujitsu.
Good morning, Spencer.
Jujitsu. Did a lot of rolling yesterday. Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, of course, Paulski. Totally different, though. What's up, Rosh Hashanah? Good morning, Felix Cat.
Oh, thanks, Joe. Appreciate ya. Good morning, little Wilbur's Afterbirth. Good morning, Elisa. Cat.
Let's see.
Big Red, what's up? Thanks for helping out around
Big
here.
Red.
You the man. You the Ozempic man.
The fucking core.
With the fucking core with the Zempi kicker.
You
At all.
Sure. Boom, boom. Little Wilbur's Afterbird, good morning. What's up, Big Red? Jay Gator, good morning. Good morning, Joseph.
What's up, Bud Smoke? Joseph.
Hall of Famer Cooper Lips.
No, I haven't seen Chippendales yet. I don't know what the fuck that is other than just the obvious, I guess.
Chippendales?
Yeah, I guess it's on Hulu or something.
You ever seen Chippendales?
Like this show? Yeah. No. I mean, I know what it is, but I've never been to like a male's... What did they call it? A male review?
Oh, they were talking about the cartoon Chippendales.
Oh, shit.
Chippendale. The two little...
Yeah, Alvin
squirrels?
and the Chipmunks?
No, it's Chippendale.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Morning from Australia.
Chippendale.
Thunder from Down Under?
No, the two.
We got a guy named Sean Sparks from
Two
Australia that's listening via Facebook.
Where the fuck they were?
The Chipmunks are Alvin and the Chipmunks.
No, not Chipmunks. You got Chippendale. You never heard of Chippendale?
No, I've heard of like the Chippendale like strip guys.
Chippendale strip guys.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't
know. She's
I've
trying to
never
talk
been
about
to
some
one of those
cartoon.
because they're gross.
Right, she's a bitch.
Saying they're gross.
What? They're gross. I don't like male review stuff.
Oh, that's not work.
You don't like anything. You don't like camping. You don't like fucking
100%.
nothing.
I've already caught
you don't
some
like dirt tracking. You don't like going out.
Good morning, Jared. That's how we caught him to bring him in.
Camping in a tent.
And I caught him when they were here too.
Do you like camping in a tent?
Fuck yeah, I would. I happen to
you have a trailer.
I happen to have an RV.
I can't even imagine you getting on all fours and crawling into a tent.
I've fucking camped in a tent many a times and like it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad, especially nowadays with air mattresses.
Yeah, Anna.
Back in the day, we didn't have those. Just right on the ground.
Back in the day. I like sleeping in a regular bed.
My dad said you're going to sleep on the ground and like it.
I never went camping. I went camping once and I was like, probably not.
There's bugs and dirt.
There are bugs in dirt, and I don't like sleeping in bugs and dirt. So
You're a paper tiger.
No, I'm not. When it comes to certain things, I guess I am.
You're not real outdoorsy.
I am, though. I just don't like to sleep outside.
You don't like to fish.
Fishing is boring.
You don't like to hunt.
I don't eat meat. What's the point?
You don't like to even walk in the woods.
I mean, are there mosquitoes?
Yeah, we're in Florida. We're fucked.
Exactly. I get bitten up. They drink my blood.
Is that how it is? Autofair?
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Don't forget the Gator Nationals happen in Gainesville. The 3-9 through 3-12. That's March 9th through the 12th. Preliminary practice and preliminaries on Thursday. Then they started on Friday, and then Saturdays are the semis, and Friday and Sunday are the finals. Wolf from Wolf Fencing, let me reached out. Not only am I trying to buy some fence materials from him at cost because of my fence at my racetrack, but he's also buying tickets. He's buying tickets to the Gator Nationals, wanted to know what days we were going to be there.
Nice.
Blitz, I did get confirmation that Dan will be there.
Great.
I don't know what days, but he said he was wanted to attend.
Okay, good.
I also heard from Big Mike from Southwest Florida Golf Carts. Go to flgolfcarts.com. He's not mad at me, Lummy, and he's going to have my golf cart to me by the time we go to the Gator Nationals, because Blitz, golf carts are important.
Yes.
When you're going to these type of events.
How do you plan on getting the golf cart there?
I could. Could I?
Yes.
Can you put it in the back? Would it fit the back of Erica's F350?
Yes.
How do when you see people put golf carts in the back of their pickup trucks, how do they get them up there?
Use ramps.
Yeah, but does it get sketch?
It does, and golf carts are pretty heavy.
Yeah. But, I bet you I could use those aluminum ramps that I used to load his race car with.
Probably.
Because his race car was about 2,900 pounds.
Do you have parking passes?
No, we'll have all those. Yeah,
okay, as long as you're sure, because if not, you park like miles away.
Well, we're gonna have a bus. We're gonna be camping where Tony and those guys are camping.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that
you might want to ask. I don't know if I would assume.
Well, even if you guys, if we have one parking pass, one campsite pass.
Dan's going to camp?
And we're allowed to have one car there, then, you were thinking about riding with me, and two, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I just think we're still early enough away where if you ask, maybe we can make sure.
Yeah, well, I asked for everything. I said I need a golf cart pass.
Okay.
I need 4 media passes.
Okay.
I need a bus pass.
Okay.
And I can't think of anything else I need.
Car pass. We need car passes.
Okay, I get it.
Sure. All right.
And you're going to camp?
Yeah, in
the RV.
In a Class A motorhome.
Yeah, very Class
nice.
A.
So, yeah, and you're not invited.
Oh, I know. That's fine.
David Wright, $50 on the Cash App. Also, Fish on the J25. And then Venmo, I got David Pastor out of Charleston. Thank you so much. PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo, all at the Bubba Army. And now that we've been thrown off of Twitch, our main moneymaker, we're sitting here scrambling around.
By the way, I asked because people are in the chat are saying, "Oh, you should use Blitz's trailer." That's fine as long as we got somewhere to park it and put it. I don't have any problem with using that. So
if we needed to, and they gave me a parking pass, and I could put my trailer. We could hook the trailer up to the F-350, and we can park that right by our bus.
That's what I was saying.
That'd be perfect.
If there's that kind of space. If not, maybe.
Preferably, I'm going to see if Tyler's old aluminum race car ramps would be sufficient enough to load it in the back of her 350.
They would be. I know they're pretty stout.
It seems like it'd be sketch getting it up there, though.
Yeah. Especially up that 350.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Anyway, Ron Capps will be on the air next week, and Alexis DiGiorno will be on there.
Ooh, from the pizza?
No, from the I think her father owns Patron. Is that what it is, Lummy? Is that the liquor?
The tequila?
Yeah, her dad owns Patron, and she is. We've actually had her in studio before. Really? We've actually had her when Tara was with the show back in the day. And we were.
Is it Alexis DeJoria?
Yeah.
Okay.
DeJoria.
I was gonna say that didn't sound right.
Her dad owns pizzas and liquor.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's actually beautiful.
Let me ask you this, Bubs. Are you bringing
send me a picture, Lummy, if you can give me a picture of. By
What's
the way,
your last name again?
It's Alexis
DeJoria.
Yeah, and I think she drives funny cars.
Okay.
I think. Anna, you're going to say, let me ask you a question about
I was
what?
like, are you going to bring your Presto pizza maker to the Gator Nationals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I didn't bring mine, Blitz would bring his, because when you're in a bus and
with the boys
and with the boys, then it's almost mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
Blitz, would you not agree?
Mandatory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and setups. You got to have the crackers and the cheese and the little meat.
Yeah, you got to have all the setups.
Yeah, That's kind of your type, a little.
Yeah, I've had her in the studio, and she's quite hot.
Yeah.
Look at the jugs on her.
Oh, I noticed right away.
I'm going to have her on the air, and Ron Capps on the air. And Blitz, they're giving me 10 pairs of tickets. I just got to find out what if they're 2-day passes, 3-day passes, 1-day pass. Let me give me this air check to send to my boy.
Will do.
And then we'll figure out. But I know I got Ron Capps and Alexis on next week. Going to try to get Leah Pruitt, which is Tony Stewart's wife, on, and maybe a few others. Are you going to be bummed out? Anna, what are you going to be doing that weekend?
Oh, I got brunch with the girls.
Really?
And because I wanted to do a one-on-one brunch with Jennifer, Dan's Jennifer.
I love her.
I'm folding her into the girl group now. So we're all doing brunch together.
Nice ass, bad attitude.
Absolutely.
What's that called? Namba?
You guys did have brunch already.
What do we call her? Nice ass, bad attitude.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Namba?
I just thought NAMBLA was, the national.
Oh, her dad was the guy that started Paul Mitchell?
Yeah. This bitch is, not only is she hot, but she can drive a funny car, but she's loaded.
And she was married to Jesse James?
Oh, she is?
She was.
Oh, wait, the
motorcycle guy?
Singer guy?
Yeah, you would know if you saw John Paul DeJoria, you know what he looks like.
Yeah, he's a rock star.
Yeah.
So anyway, my NHRA experience continues to get better as I will have 10 pairs of tickets to give away next week, and also Ron Capps and Alexis how do you say her last name?
DeJoria.
And I've had her in the studio before. There are 9,600 centimillionaires living in the United States, and that's people that are worth over $100 million.
Jesus.
Of that, 35% of them came from one of 8 universities. So these are the universities that statistically have produced the most people that are worth over $100 million.
I would venture to make a guess and say
you've already because you're the one that prepared me.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you why I think that.
Okay.
I don't think it has anything to do with the education and everything to do with the connections.
Really?
Yeah.
So it has little to do with what you learned and
Correct.
had everything to do with the networking that indeed
I mean, you think about it, it's not like Harvard is teaching things that are so vastly different from Duke or
Stanford,
right. Exactly. It's about who's the alumni?
Right.
Who are the people there that you can get connections with?
Right.
You talk about Yale and Harvard. I mean, these institutions have
and you go to that big time,
like Skull and Bones and things like that.
And you go to that big time job interview in New York and Manhattan, that hedge fund Willie that's going to make it. And the guy that owns the place is an MIT grad or a Stanford grad or a Columbia grad, and it's like, you know what? We could pick the guy from Indiana University, or we could pick the guy from Cornell, where I graduated.
Think you're interviewing. It's like, oh, I know somebody who works on Wall Street.
My cousin went there. My cousin's the CEO of whatever, and go see him.
Harvard, MIT, Stanford, University of Penn, Columbia, Yale, Cornell, Princeton are the big swinging 8.
Yeah. So they make it seem like it's this education, but it's like, nah, it's the people that go there and they're connected.
It's the Skull and Bones.
But it's even like that locally. Like if you go to like Jesuit.
Yep.
And, hey, Mike, I know someone that went there.
Jesuit around here and UT.
Yeah.
Where are the big? What's the most prestigious high school? Is it Jesuit?
Around here, yeah.
Here in Tampa.
Is it education wise?
Well, connection wise.
Oh, okay.
If you
okay,
went to Jesuit, yeah, you're.
Isn't that where Jay's kids go?
Yes.
That's where all the Diaco boys go, I think, right?
I don't know that. I don't know if little Danny goes.
He's not old enough
yet.
Well, yeah. I mean, when they get of high school
Will he
age.
go?
Yeah.
Will little Danny go to Jesuit?
I assume.
Yeah, I think Dan said that he would.
Now, where do the girls go? There's an
the academy.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah, I have no idea anything. I just remember Dan saying it.
The Academy of Holy Names is like the Jesuit for women.
What are the holy names? Do they list them?
Yeah, the Academy of Holy Names. Jesus.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's
pretty holy.
And that's the equivalent to now. Is Jesuit an all boys school?
Yes.
Well, aren't we past that
Not
now in today's society?
Not in the Catholic world.
Yeah, the little girls are kind of C blockers. So, I'm sorry.
They are. They got
for
a
the
rule.
priests.
They got a rule. They're saying, listen, these girls are bringing the party down. Okay,
Right.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, these boys.
These boys are where it's at.
These boys. I mean, these girls are such a distraction for these boys.
Right.
I mean, we want all their attention on us.
Right.
Right.
They want it for themselves.
They're going to be cool with me, but I mean, they got this hot, 17-year-old.
Yeah, if he wants to date Nancy, he's not going to want to date, Father Francis.
Right. Father Francis has zero game when hot, big jugged Nancy cheerleader Willie's here. God, get Nancy out of here immediately. In fact, let's start their own school. Get them off campus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I am kind of surprised though, like in how quote unquote woke we are now that we still have male-only schools.
Yeah, that's what I was
What's
saying.
a Catholic school?
Oh yeah, no, I don't have a problem with it, but
No, I mean
I'm
like that's
surprised.
why.
Yeah, I know,
It's
but still, even in
not a
the
public
even
school.
in the Catholic subsect, woke has no boundaries, and woke doesn't care if you're Catholic or Jewish or whatever. Like woke is woke, and it seems like somebody hasn't raised enough hell to say like, I want my daughter to be able to go to Jesuit.
Well, I mean, it's a private school and they have a lot of money and power, so.
Or if you want your son to go to the Holy Names.
Well, I mean, come on.
Oh, let's not get into that.
Because that's all female.
But what if the son identified? What if
God.
Ronnie
Let's talk about
identified as
circumcision.
Rhonda?
Yeah.
No. We're just a question.
Did you guys see that Biden fell going up the stairs?
Shut up, everybody. Just saying, like, what does that start soon? Where somebody identifies as something. I'm being very vague here. Somebody identifies as something else, and they're like, I want to go to a boys' school.
Well, maybe we should ask Dan because his daughter goes there. Maybe they've had some issues with it.
No, she's girly.
No. I mean, like, you're right, Bubba. She is girly.
She's very girly. Can't ask Dan.
That wasn't the point at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're right.
I miss a lot of the points.
I like that.
Yeah,
part
but
of the
isn't it
show.
since it's a private school and you had to, like they
Yeah.
decide who
How much
can
does it
go there?
cost to go to
a lot
Jesuit?
of Jesuit, I think, is in the 20s a year. I
Hey,
think we looked at
Alexa,
20,000.
how much does it cost to go to Jesuit High School in Tampa, Florida?
I found a Jesuit high school in Tampa. Jesuit High School is 4.1 miles away on 4701 North Himes Avenue in Tampa. It is currently closed but will be opening soon in 29 minutes.
Oh, thanks.
$18,500.
Yeah.
18.5, and that's starting when you're a freshman, right?
I think it goes up, doesn't it?
It goes up every year.
Yeah.
It's $18,500, and there's a $2,000 per student something.
Kicker.
Yeah, and so they said
So that's
more like-
25. So call that 21 G's.
That's about right. Yeah.
So does it stay at 21 for every year?
No, it goes up every year.
Okay, like what's the next one? So 21.
Well, I mean, they just raised the tuition every year because,
Oh.
like a year ago it was 17,870, and now it's 18,500. So next year it'll be like 19,000 something.
Like a inflation 3% kicker.
Yeah.
Daniel AFF $10. Thank you so much. And Christopher, oh my God,
Oh.
$20 for my infamous ball scratch. BUGENHAGEN. Bougie Hagen.
Yeah.
Bougie Hagen.
Yes.
Christopher Bougie Hagen. You know how that is. Thank you, Christopher Bougie Hagen. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all at the Bubba Army. Did you see this radio host
Yeah.
got suspended? And I
Did you see it?
yeah, I saw it and I heard it.
Kind of.
And I kind of
I kind of cringed.
I kind of like I don't necessarily disagree with the suspension. And I am the most outlandish, saying stupid stuff. Probably mostly I've been suspended for radio so bad that I never got unsuspended. I'm blackballed for the most part. But this radio guy from Boston, he was a long time, and he works for Beasley nonetheless. And he got suspended for a racially insensitive remark. And so when I see
Was
things,
it indefinitely? I forget.
it's for the remainder of the week. And
What kind, without saying, I mean, like, what kind of what did he say?
Basically, is what he said, and I'm going to play it here momentarily, but I'm going to go into words, and then we'll play it here on the backside.
Okay.
But this is basically what he said. And listen, most of these stories, I usually stick up for the air talent because I am air talent, because it was brotherhood.
Together, yeah.
We try to stick together. And I always try to give them the benefit of the doubt and would hope that management would support your air talent and, take a little heat for them and tell the woke mob of the woke media and the canceled media to just chill out. We pay this guy to be opinionated, and sometimes his opinions upset people, but we're not going to cancel him or whatever. But this is a completely him and this other guy do a show. They've been around for like 13 years in Boston. I think they're pretty well known. And he was remote. They were doing it from two different locations. The one host was looked like maybe he might be from his house.
No, he was at a hotel in New Orleans.
Okay, and the other guy was from somewhere else, and there were two African-American men behind him. And the one guy told the other dude, hey, who are those two dudes behind you? And the guy goes, I don't know. But I'm trying to be as quiet as I can so I don't disturb him, whatever. And the one guy blurted out, well, the last time that, you hung out with two guys like that, your car got ripped off in New Orleans. And I can see where that could be a problem. Bubba the Love Sponge, shock jock, FCC fine, highest FCC fine, blackballed from radio, said some stupid stuff, has been suspended. I can see where that could be a problem. And I can see where I can see where the company would need to take a proactive, stance on that. And listen, I'm just happy they didn't fire him and they just suspended him because I think you would admit this, Anna, you having been through this world, that's a win in the radio world. A non-paid 3-day off suspension is a win in today's cancel society.
Yeah, I think my issue with this is here's the thing. I listen to a lot of podcasts with comedians and they rip on each other like this all the time. If that guy was in the mix and the radio host said something about it, I honestly don't think, at least to me, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But because he was just some unsuspecting guy just sitting in the back,
right? Had the guy
it was a bad look.
Had the guy been a guest or part of the show or involved in it in some way, a producer, an intern, I think that's not as bad. Since it was just a random black guy who was just hanging out,
sitting there in the back, not doing anything,
you automatically stereotype that guy. That's a problem.
And he was trying to make a joke, he was trying to be funny.
Okay, right. So it wasn't humor.
No.
Yes, he was trying to make a joke.
Okay, well, I mean,
he wasn't being malicious.
He got his car stolen last year.
Jaden Colt, 25.
I didn't hear it, so I can't judge. But if he did it in humor, man,
no,
who cares?
he was trying to make a joke.
He was because
you can do it in humor and fail successfully, meaning fail miserably. Meaning you can do it in humor and you just put your foot in your mouth. Well, and it's not funny. And it's kind of uncomfortable, and you are stereotyping an innocent black man who's doing nothing wrong, who's not part of the show.
During his apology, he called it an inside joke because his car was stolen last year in New Orleans.
I understand. That black guy behind him doesn't know that.
Oh, no, I'm just saying that was
an inside joke because the black guy stole his car. That's, you know what I mean?
That's stretching.
We all knew what he was talking about when he said that.
I'm just saying what his apology was.
Let me go into words. I'm going to actually play. Listen, it's not me playing it. I'm going to we're not stereotyping any African American people or anybody for that matter. We're just replaying what got this guy in trouble.
Right.
So we'll do that next. Hold on.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Thanks, Lovey.
You're in time. Big Lunger. Let's see. Wait. Full fishing. Yeah, Robert. Morning, Mike Connolly. I'm gonna call you the police. This is still cut off now. Morning, Dawn. Cut that. Gary Cantrell. Good morning, Nats Fan 31. Good morning, JB. Good morning. Let's see. There we go. Me too, but it's not out anymore. I thought it was. Let's see. Here, I got my Pepsi. It's a diet size too. Probably not. Bubba Twitcher. Let's see. Oh. Pieces. It's still around. Good Bud Smoke, it's still around. I don't do Stokes. I don't get them. You can email me at lemmybtls@gmail.com. I'll get them there. Or lemmy@thebubbaarmy.com. Those are not around. What's up, 843 operator? What do you mean, Mitch? Mitch the Mark? Never. Good morning, Bird Farm Jones Island. Good morning, Jay Bowler. Who knows? Really?
I mean, I would call you the police.
I'm gonna call you the police is in chat. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Happy birthday, Michael.
Thank you,
I'm sorry about your holiday. Thank you for listening, Michael.
All right, I said that I think Jimmy Carter was going to take a lick tomorrow.
What?
Jimmy
I thought you said Thursday.
Oh, did I say Thursday?
And Dan said Wednesday.
I thought I said Friday and Dan said Thursday. Maybe you're right.
I don't know.
Damn it.
I think Dan was right. I thought Dan said Wednesday. I thought you said Thursday, he said Wednesday the day before. But you might be right. He's still kicking though.
Barely.
Wednesday, Saturday.
Let me think we should get a gator for our pond.
A gator? I don't know.
We can feed it and hang out with it. We just gotta keep we can't have Bella chase the gator around. That would be bad. Which one, Matthew M? And the dogs. Or dog. None.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. to do a light stream, my friend?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, let's do it. You know what I want to do? I want to give them a little bonus because they're such a great client. And that would be Omaha Steaks. If you go to omahasteaks.com and upon checkout use Bubba as your promo code, you'll get an extra 30% off. They currently got a 50% off site-wide deal going on as you're getting ready for the spring grilling season. I mean, everything from, the tenderest of juicy steaks to gourmet hot dogs to decadent, delicious desserts. Go to omahasteaks.com and use Bubba upon promo code on your promo code checkout deal. And that'll get you $30 off. You're already 50% off. Now, I think there's a minimum purchase amount required. But they're a great client. Been with them for a long time. They got great stuff. This year, I couldn't think of anything to send, Sumo, Larry Plummer, and my dad for Christmas. And I sent them all badass Omaha steak packages, and all three of them popped. omahasteaks.com, 50% off site-wide right now. And then $30 off extra when you use Bubba as your promo code on checkout. Hello. Hello?
Hey, what's up? It's Pedro.
Hi, Pedro, the pool guy whose wife is a flight attendant, who I have a fantasy with sleeping with, but who will never.
She hates you.
And she does?
No, but it's good to say.
Oh.
She loves you, actually. She wanted me to tell you good morning, and she wants to have a lovely evening with you, sir.
Yeah, you're such a liar, whatever.
Yeah, she wants you to buy her dinner.
Yeah, she wants me to buy her dinner at one of her layover blitzes, and then leave me with a boner.
Right.
Yeah, and go back to the
boner in the bell.
She wants to deadhead you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as long as you buy her a sizzler, she's fine.
Right. Whatever. What do you got? What kind of nonsense do you got for me, kid?
So I'm listening to podcasts, and
hold on. And you should hear. Do you listen to our podcasts?
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm calling in.
Right, and you today is going to be the Killer Bees. Me, Brian, and Brent will be only available on our podcast. It'll be uploaded at noon.
So the reason I'm calling is because I was listening to the rest of the smoke interview. I missed it the other day, and some bitch Steph comes in, and she's promoting Omaha Steaks on your channel.
What do you mean?
I mean that there's an advertisement of Omaha Steaks, and there's some bitch Steph saying, "Oh, use my promo code Steph to get a discount."
Yeah,
instead of hearing promo code Bubba.
The people we use put those in there sometimes. I'm not sure why, but that they do.
Can we ask Yela or whatever that chick's name Blitz is? Why is that happening?
Yeah,
because I know that we have.
I'm not hearing any of Bubba. It's only that chick Steph, and I don't really care about her. If I'm going to use your promo code, I'm going to use it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll ask. I'll ask. We'll ask. Great observation. Did you hear the one from last Monday that got away from me where I kind of got emotional?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. You got me pretty good on that one, buddy.
Yeah.
So.
I got myself at the end of the day.
Yeah. I know it.
Played yourself.
So.
No, I mean, like, do you and your wife, because I've never made it with a flight attendant. And
really?
do you and your wife have that? No, I've never had it. I've never blasted a flight attendant. I mean, like on a layover or anything like that. Have you and your wife ever talked about it? About my obsession with blasting her?
Yes, actually we have.
And we're like, how does that go? Like, is it an ongoing joke or what? I mean, we're all about being truthful here. I mean, hell, we opened the show up with footage of me playing with my wiener yesterday.
I mean, there's definitely interest and intrigue because she hasn't met you yet. She's seen your picture, and she likes you on the reef for sure. And there's always possibility. She says.
What? So don't make me look like a sucker. I'm a superstar compared to her. I mean, she should be just knocking my door down to try to, be with a man like me.
No sucker here, man. Don't worry about it. She's just.
I me's with a pool guy. I mean, being with a big time radio guy should be like being with Tom Brady in her world.
Well, she controls the P, not me.
Yeah, true. And P controls the world, unfortunately.
That's right. Sir.
All right, Pedro. See you later. Bye. Gotta go. We talked about how we were going to get into the Beasley, the Beasley sports guy that said some racially insensitive remarks that got him removed from the air, non-paid for a few days. Which, again, in today's radio suspension world,
it's pretty minor.
Is a win. If they came to you and said, "Hey, Bubba, we're really, really, really mad at what you said." Well, looks like Twitch just did. They suspended us for 2 weeks. But that being said, terrestrially, if I'd said something. But you ever notice that we don't have any problems terrestrially? We're squeaky clean. Queen. We're squeaky clean terrestrially. But it's the streaming that gets us.
Yep.
But if Florida Man Radio 103.1 Fort Walton Beach or whatever said, "Hey, listen, you said something bad. We're gonna have to suspend you for the rest of the week. No pay." Be like, okay, you don't really pay me that much anyway. So, big deal. And Anna, had, when you got suspended fired from Cox.
Well, suspended first, fired later.
Yeah, but on the firing, if they said, "Listen, we're just going to suspend you a few more days."
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, they did that the year before, so they were over me. But that's okay.
All right, so I got to find.
It was the second clip.
Right here. This one right here.
Well, I mean, that's the first one, I think, and I think the second one.
No, I think this is.
Oh, how many?
I'm trying to find
pieces?
the one that got the actual statement that got him in trouble.
Wait, I know what's the second clip that I saw, so it's not that one. I don't think. Keep going.
Yeah, I think
it might be that.
No, I think it's the one.
That one.
Yeah,
I think
it's that one.
Yeah, I want to know now who the two guys behind you.
Yeah, all right,
that's
all
what
right.
I want.
If I were, so here we go.
Yeah.
So it looks like you got three sports guys here.
Yeah.
98.5, the Sports Hub, NBC Sports Boston.
Do you know these guys?
No, I do not.
Do you know who they are?
I've heard of them,
okay.
but I don't.
Felger and Maz.
I didn't know if they're like a big time radio sports show.
I think they've been around a while. So, sports radio is way oversaturated.
Because, I mean, Boston's like a huge sports town, so I'm thinking these guys are like a huge deal.
So
maybe not.
It looks like one of them's on location.
Mm-hmm.
The guy in the middle is, I think, in New Orleans, correct?
Yes, he's in New Orleans.
And it looks like he might be like in a conference room or a general lobby area or something, nonetheless.
Yeah.
And his two buddies that are, co-hosts of the Felger and Maz show they're all talking. They're from different locations. It looks like they're from the studios. The 98.5 Sports Hub studios. And for whatever reason, the third person of the program is remote from from New Orleans. And there's a couple African-American men that are not part of their program at all. Looks like they might just be hanging out.
Just sitting in the background.
And so that's the setup here.
Yeah, I want to know now who the two guys behind you are. That's what I want. Okay. Because if I were you,
I'll be off in 2 minutes. I'm just doing. If I'm too.
And see, and the two guys are cool. One black guy is facing a computer screen like he's working.
It looks like it's like a little internet cafe deal.
Yeah, like maybe the business center of the Marriott.
Right, exactly.
Right? And one guy, one African American man, which to me I didn't even you can't really even make out what this person. You can tell this guy's a black guy, but I don't know necessarily you can tell what ethnicity this person is.
Yeah, if it's even a woman, I don't know.
So this person here is facing the computer screen, minding their own business.
Yeah.
This African-American guy looks like he's just kind of sitting on a couch,
chilling,
minding his own business.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy is at a desk that obviously needs an internet connection so he can set up a camera so that he can be live on this stupid sports show. Out of Boston. And one of the guy's co-hosts recognizes the two people behind the guy and says, "Who are the two people behind you?"
Yeah.
The one dude then turns around to try to fit. He wasn't paying attention as to who was behind him, and now looks as to the two people behind him.
That's what I want. Okay. Because if I were you,
I'll be off in 2 minutes. I'm just doing.
And the one black guy says, "Cool, man. Whatever, dude. Cool."
Yeah. I wonder if if the black guy can, well, probably not hear the conversation.
No, he can't. They even address this on us, saying that they can't hear us because the only person that can hear anything that's being piped back is the guy with the headphones.
With the headphones, right.
They don't have an open monitor.
Speakers and whatnot.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, now it's giving me a buffer. You mother
making
buffers.
You work for it.
It's buffering me. You mother buffers. And I had it rolling just a second ago. Look at this. Buff.
Jeez. I know.
Ruin the momentum.
Frustrating. Maybe just refresh the whole deal.
Piss me off.
Sorry, Bubba.
It's not your fault.
Okay.
It's Blitz's fault. He's in charge of the internet around here. He puts, anytime I go live on an internet story, he puts a super slow break on the deal to make me feel.
Yeah, I want to know now who the two guys behind you. That's what I want.
Okay.
Because if I were you,
I'll be off in 2 minutes. I'm just doing. If I'm too. Honestly,
they can't.
2 more minutes.
They can't hear us, right?
No, not you.
Okay, no. So I would be careful if I were you, because the last time you were on a couple of guys like that, they stole your car.
Here's Chris in Boston. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Wait, that was the problem?
Yeah, that's the problem.
What?
You
can't make jokes anymore?
I don't think you can make jokes.
I mean, you're surprised by
about
that?
African. I'm not.
No, I mean
he is. I'm not. In today's.
I'm still waiting for the part that's bad.
Again, like I know he's just making a joke, but I mean,
I get it.
Yeah, it's a joke.
I get why people
Blitz,
get it fired for jokes all the time.
Blitz, jokes are now a fireable offense.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't mean-spirited.
No.
It wasn't anything other than a joke, and jokes can now get you fired. It's it only. I mean, let's look at this. Let's be honest. That joke shouldn't get that guy fired.
Of course not.
But in today's cancel, troll, woke world, there's always somebody that's not pulling for you, that's watching you, which is evident by what just happened to us on Twitch. You know, you have a certain portion, 95% of your audience. They're fans. They want you to do good. If we were to get on the air tomorrow and say, hey, we just picked up Chicago as a new terrestrial affiliate, they'd be like 95+% of our audience would be like, oh, God, great. Bubba the Boy, they got a big time affiliate. There'd be a certain portion of people that are in our chat every day that will be trying to get us canceled. I've made this mistake before where I have announced a station that I was due to broadcast on. And in the 2-week interim, it took for me to, it was like, hey, it's Bubba, and in 2 weeks we're going to be on this station. And the anti-Bubba trolls that hate me got me canceled from that station, just based on blowing in, 10 or 15 emails from 10 or 15 Gmail accounts or Hotmail Willies, and then finding, 10 or 15 of their clients, their largest clients of the radio station, sending them 10 or 15 emails. Those clients then calling the radio station back saying, hey, are you bringing in Bubba the Love Sponge for the morning? Yeah, we are. We're not. We've already starting to get hate mail. We're not going to be a part of that show. Blitz, that happens. And so, somebody was watching this. There's probably their competition. Blew them in to the NAACP or some group like that called up Beasley and said, this is going to be an absolute crap show. We're going to boycott your station. That is complete. And it was a joke. It was because why?
It was made in
you know why,
fun.
Blitz? Because there are no more Randy Michaels that are the CEOs of radio stations.
No, they're all spineless.
That will pick up the phone and say, you know what? I pay my guy to be outrageous. I pay my guy to be polarizing, and sometimes he says stupid stuff. And you know what?
Beasley is making all of Beasley Boston take sensitivity training.
Yes.
All of Boston?
All of the all of the stations.
The
in Boston.
entire every radio personality, every air talent that works, whether it's on the top 40, the urban, the country, the sports, the rock, whatever, all of Beasley, now Boston, now has to take sensitivity training because of a joke. Because of a joke. The last time you hung out with two dudes like that, you got your car ripped off in New Orleans. That's a joke. Yeah. That's a joke. Blitz, we just got a 14-day suspension on not even a joke, more just kind of like a fleeting opinion. Not even we weren't even trying to be we weren't trying to make jokes about certain type of people. We weren't making jokes about certain type of people. We were just like, hey, we kind of think this way.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it's a little different.
No, it's not. It's a group of people that.
No, I know, but I mean, there's rules for that, and we broke the rules. Here, like, there isn't. Like, there's no rule that you can't make jokes.
There's rules. You can't make a joke about a black guy. Absolutely, there is.
Unwritten rules.
Underwritten rules. There's underwritten rules. There's underwritten rules, and you know what's further makes this even more ironclad is it was a white guy that made the joke.
Well, of course.
Well, yeah, there'd be no problem if it was any other way.
If it was Shannon Sharp,
right,
or it was Michael Irving.
Right. No, I mean, those jokes are made all the time, and that's okay.
And those jokes can also be made where an African-American man makes a joke about a white guy.
Sure, that's what I'm saying.
That's
not a problem.
How often have you seen a comedian, an African-American comedian, go into his white guy impersonation? And that's not a big deal. That's funnier than hell.
Sure.
But,
Dave Chappelle does it all the time.
But, yeah, exactly.
Super funny.
But how many times can a white guy go into a black guy impersonation and truly emulate a black guy, including maybe using certain type of vernacular?
It's very rare. I've seen a few people do it.
Can't. I mean, and the very few people that do it, Anna, are the largest of large that have already established themselves and can't get canceled, for the most part.
For the most part, or they just, there's some, like, I know this sounds weird, but there's just some, like, white people that black people accept as, like, one of their own.
Like me. I mean, black people really love me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
unless you guys can say what you want, but I mean, and Blitz, you can try to be a counter programmer all you want, but African-American people love me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think, like, Ralphie May was kind of like that. He had a big urban fan base, and so was Andrew Schultz. He has a huge urban. I'm not going to say urban. That's not black.
And Bubba Clem.
And Bubba Clem, excuse me.
Did you know that I got 92% of the African-American vote?
Yes, you've mentioned that more than once.
And yeah, please.
We have to clean up something from Friday. We had a bad moment on Friday afternoon, and so we just want to clean up that little bit of business. And so, Maz, the floor is yours.
Okay, so as you said, late in the show on Friday, I made some comments that angered and upset some people, and rightfully so. So I wish I could take them back. I can't. They were insensitive, they were hurtful, and frankly, they hurt the cause.
They were.
He's like almost on the verge of tears.
They were
ridiculous.
They were a joke.
Yeah.
They were a joke.
Right.
I wish the guy had the balls to say, hey, it's Maz, and I want to let you know that I was trying to be a smart ass on Friday last week or whenever this was.
Sure.
And I made a fleeting joke, a generalization, and it was an inside joke about when a homeboy had his car ripped off in New Orleans. It was very inside. I could see where it offended some people, but please understand that I was not trying to be mean-spirited, stereotype any type of people, but it was a joke. I don't feel that way in life. I don't act that way. I don't broadcast that way. It was a joke. I apologize if my joke was taken the wrong way.
When I first, this is the first time I've seen it, but when I first saw it just a minute ago, like, I thought he was saying that people that had hoodies on and stuff were the ones that, like, stole his car.
I mean, I think he could have.
Not that they were black.
I think he could have spun it that way, but I think it was kind of, honestly, I think it was kind of a combination of both.
But we will all agree, that this just didn't happen. That this had to be strategically complained on. Meaning, this just didn't. The program director just didn't have a problem with it.
Right.
This was, a certain group of people that are targeting this guy to try to get him canceled, to try to get him fired, because it now pays to be a victim.
I mean, I honestly almost still think the one guy in the back with the hoodie on to the left looks like an old white guy with gray hair.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And they got this guy all busted up. He's playing the woes me, crocodile tears, a shaky voice, and the whole 9 yards.
Dude, but honestly, it's frightening. And again, not that I had some prolific career at Cox or anything like that. But when I moved across the country for the job, but when they sit you down and they got, I had Keith Lawless and John Brennan and some woman from HR Miami on the phone, and they're talking to you about your indiscretions and how much of a horrible person you are and how you hurt feelings and you're a bad person and you're going to lose your job unless you get on the air right now and you apologize. It freaks you the F out.
Of course.
That never happens to me.
I could feel my butthole pucker up. You're not in the mood for anything funny. You're freaked the F out. And this guy's probably making pretty good money, I'm imagining. So he's like, man, I gotta feed my family.
200, 250.
Yeah, I can't lose this job. So he's freaking out.
Says he makes about 200.
See, okay, I know the business.
I'd be freaking out too.
Unfortunately, Anna, I came in as an old timer way before that era.
Yeah.
And I never had those meetings because I used to tell them I'm not I ain't having that meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to Tom Bean.
Yeah, well, I obviously didn't have that sort of authority, so that kind of swagger.
I can't. They were...
Blitz, in today's woke-ass canceled society, it even makes all of our archive stuff, once we find a place to put it, even more valuable. And you and I talked about today making Bubba Army Radio, that kind of being our next, I wouldn't say we have conquered podcasting, but we have really, really, really strategically became pretty successful at podcasting. We got it down pretty good, and we can do more. And obviously our other things, our other revenue sources. And, when we put our minds to it, they do well. Mm-hmm. And we talked about today really kind of starting to work on BubbaArmyRadio.com, trying to get people to go and subscribe to BubbaArmyRadio.com because, man, it's the Wild West over there and the stuff we used to do over there. The stuff that you can find on BubbaArmyRadio.com would blow your mind in today's woke society. I'm talking about, a woman calling up and saying, I'm addicted to heroin, and I go over to my drug dealer's house, and I have his cat lick my vagina for a bag of heroin. or Calvin the ham maker lover.
Yeah.
Or, Blitz. So what I'm saying is, as regular radio continues, and even streaming for that matter, continues to woke and water down, man, we have done radio that will never be emulated again. I don't know that you can do radio or streaming the way we used to. Shocking the vagina.
Oh, there's no way.
Monkey rockers. Sibians, tasing, flying fish hook, poop hits the fan, waterboarding, stripper workouts,
That's at Ty J's house.
Yeah. So Blitz and I, Lummy, Rat, one of the things we're going to start trying to update, reskin, and make sure that we promote better is BubbaArmyRadio.com. Not only can you listen to the show as it happens, but you can also download each day's show. But we have our entire archives dating back to what?
06.
06?
06 series.
Did we ever get 08 put up? Did Vicente download it?
Some of it, but not most of it. No.
Okay, so that's something we can work on.
Yes. Well, it's a manual process. One individual.
Right. Sure. But it's just amazing how watered down and woke radio content.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, take terrestrial radio out of it. Let's just go straight streaming. I mean, we just got kicked off of Twitch for 14 days for something stupid. Now this guy has to sit here and do crocodile tears when it was a joke. My Lord.
Insensitive, they were hurtful, and frankly, they hurt the cause for those of us who believe in racial and social equality and all of those things. And I do. I'm on that side of the line, which is what made this thing so difficult.
You know what? I believe in racial and social equality so much so that if I make fun of myself, I should be able to make fun of others. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, truly.
I mean, this is more offensive than what he actually said.
But no, tell me if you guys understand or agree with if the show that we do, a lot of it is about making fun of me,
yes.
And I make fun of myself, and I'm the brunt of most jokes, or at least everybody in Lummy, you're the brunt of a lot of jokes. Anna, we're hard on you.
Yeah.
Blitz, we get on you. The Pomeranian. I mean, nobody.
Yeah, he's not even here.
For real?
He's helping.
Oh, okay.
You know,
all right. He's here.
Exactly.
He's here. He's
no.
He's on an assignment. He's Blitz. Let's call that on assignment.
Yeah, he's on assignment.
So, I'm for equality. I'm for racial equality. I should be able to make fun of black people as much as I make fun of myself. I should be able to make fun of Mexicans as much as I should be able to make fun of short people as much as I make fun of fat people.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I make fun of everybody.
There's a line,
including myself.
There's a line. I mean, and you know, like, you know where it's at somewhat, but you know,
I know where it's at.
No, you know, I mean, it's different for everyone too. So it's not, you know, it's not a hard line. It's a, you know, it's a moving line.
Jesus,
but like
ridiculous. You know what? I almost want terrestrial radio and streaming to continue just to water and woke because I own my own content. I own all of it. Everything I've ever done, I own.
But we like streaming.
We do like streaming, Blitz, and we'll stream it up, Willie. But we're going to offer you some real cool stuff other places. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll stream it up. We'll be vanilla, waked and woked and watered down. But you can go to BubbaArmyRadio.com and hear contestant number 4 use her glass dildo till the cows come home.
Woo!
Right?
Yep.
Man, I hear some of those. Some of those girls were really getting into it. And remember back in the day, we thought we were insulated because I was telling everybody that she was using it under her armpit.
At the back of the knee.
You got that vibrator, honey? Yes. Gee, where do you got it? Where do you got it? I got it underneath my armpit. Okay, well, go ahead and go crazy on your armpit. And then instead of saying, I'm going to copy him up, we would say, I'm there. And we thought that we were complete. And for the most part, we were. We never got in trouble for that. I got my $755,000 FCC fine for like a George Jetson smokes crack. Scooby-Doo smokes crack in the hood and Ned's description of going to the Pussycat Lounge in Pasco County and putting on a show. And a guy that came into the studio and hung a 10-pound barbell from his penis. Now that's what I got in trouble for. I didn't get in trouble for contestant number 4 taking her microwavable glass dildo and underneath her armpit, heating it up for 30 seconds and going to town. And once she was having her party, her screaming, "I'm there! I'm there! I'm there!" And, 42% of all male radios in Tampa, Florida were listening to it. Why wouldn't you? You can't hear any of that stuff nowadays. I don't even know that you could do that on streaming. Blitz, I don't think we could do that on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch. Could we?
Here's the crazy part. You're right. You can't. However, you can go on any number of websites and see it on video.
Right. You can go to Pornhub, X-Hamster, Yippee-O,
OnlyFans. I think that's
OnlyFans.
part of the reason why people don't do it on the air anymore is because you can just go on the web and see it.
In so many different ways. So I owe everyone an apology. It's not who I am. It's not who we are. I can tell you that until I'm blue in the face. Those of you who know me will believe it. Those of you who don't, won't, and you probably shouldn't.
But it wasn't that big of a deal, buddy.
Dude, they got this guy so freaked out.
Well,
he's probably been in radio his entire adult life. Worked for this forever to be on the show.
And they've neutered him too. They've had the meetings in them. I've had meetings with Beasley.
Yeah, because this guy, so he went through. He had an undisclosed health issue where he took off time in January. Boston,
Cancer,
he was
supposedly.
the Kohler. What was he?
He had cancer or something, right, or something.
Yeah,
this guy.
And it was like early January. He was a color commentator for the Red Sox, and NESN let him go this year, so he lost that job. And the Boston Globe, I think he left last year, so this is his only gig now. So he's freaked out.
Poor guy. Just tells
from like a fleeting comment,
from a fleeting comment. It wasn't like hey, be careful about those African-American gentlemen who are behind you because they look just like the guys who stole your car. African-Americans.
He didn't even say any of that.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like he said, African-Americans tend to steal more cars just like the one. No, he just said, hey, man, be careful. The two dudes in the back look like the guys that might have stole your car.
I really, if no one would have told me, hey, those are two black guys, the one guy looks like a fat old white guy with gray hair. And I still think that's what he looks like.
Yeah, and the other dude was just chill.
Yeah, I didn't even see the other guy, really.
If I saw and heard what you did, I'd feel the same way.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I'd only feel the same way when I had my job, my only job I got left, nonetheless, dangled over my head. Poor guy. You didn't do anything wrong. It was a joke. If there was a history of you saying, Don Imus saying nappy-headed hose and having a long history of being racial and not equal and being mean-spirited to African Americans, there was a long history of you doing that, then that comment that was made means more. But this was a fleeting joke. You didn't do anything wrong, but I know, buddy, I know how Beasley is, and I know they got you by the balls, and they got you scared, and Justin Chase has already been up there, and Bruce and Brian Beasley has already been up there, and Carolyn Beasley's already been on the phone and threatened to fire you 14 times. Been there, done it, except they fired me, buddy.
And you have a right to be upset. The only thing I can really do is apologize for it.
And now, Blitz, if you're the night guy on the country station in Beasley, Boston, now you got to take a sensitivity class.
That's what I had to do, in quotes.
You had to do it?
Yeah, I had to watch it, but you can just let it play, and then once you complete it, you can take a test, but you can take it as many times as you want. So I would just open up the video, and it'd be like 40 minutes, and then I'm like, time for me to go to the gym. And then I just let it play.
And then the answers were probably pretty obvious answers.
Yeah, and you could take it 50 times if you wanted.
Should you make fun of autistic people? No.
I'm like, hold on, that's a hard one.
Again, there is, when we're talking about these sorts of issues, there is a line somewhere, and I can assure you I stand on the right side of it. But
you Nazi!
Again, that doesn't excuse what I said or did on Friday.
I mean,
it was really...
but you didn't say or do anything that bad, buddy.
I meant... If anyone cares to poke fun at you, Mike.
You need to use the word joke.
Exactly.
You need to say, it was a not funny joke.
Yeah, it doesn't look
to people that didn't understand the insideness of this joke. It failed miserably, but it was a joke. I don't have a history of being racial. I'm not racial. I'm all about equality. And please understand that this was a joke.
Yeah,
a bad one at that.
Not all attempts at jokes are funny. They don't all hit.
It didn't come off that way. It came off as something.
They probably would have laughed if they weren't on air.
And ignorant. And I'm regretful of that. I don't know what more I can say other than I'm sorry to you and to Murray for dragging you into it.
Oh, please.
For Jimmy Stewart, for the people here at the station, let alone friends and colleagues in the business who are dealing with it on assorted different levels. So, again.
Man, way to make a big mountain out of a molehill.
That's what I'm saying. I'm more offended by this.
Well,
but here's the deal.
Corporately, if money is threatened, like people are saying, I'm going to pull this advertisement. I mean,
see, listen, I get it.
Yeah, leadership is freaking out.
I get it.
And they're like, you better get your ass on the air.
I get it. If this makes the potential loss of revenue stop, I get it. This is something that he has to do.
Right.
It's just
but it's all about money.
It's just a sad state of radio affairs when this is what we've come down to, that an organization or a minute amount of people that most likely are Beasley's competition. Let's just call a spade a spade. The people that are causing the most problems for Beasley right now. I don't know what radio company. I'm sure iHeart's in that market. I'm sure maybe CBS/Audacity.
Yeah, Audacity's the other big sports show.
I don't know if Cumulus is in the market or not. Hey, Alexa, what radio companies are in Boston, Massachusetts?
I found a few options in Boston. There's Hite Radio and Television Company, 1,183.7 miles away on Washington Street. XM Satel Radio, 1,185.5 miles away on Longfellow Place. And Radio Energy, 1,179.
Hey, Alexa, shut up. Hey, Alexa, what broadcast companies broadcast into Boston?
From ClassicalScene.com, WGBH Radio serves listeners across New England with 89.7
Hey, Alexa,
WGBH.
shut up. You could probably have binged that by now.
Yeah, I got a CBS, Audacity, iHeart, Cumulus, Beasley, and then there's like two Christian,
couple other ones.
Couple small, like they have like one station.
Like Hearst might be in there. Or formerly. But Blitz, that's where this is coming from.
Of course.
This is coming from iHeart. This is coming from Audacity, CBS. This is coming from that's
or a coworker.
Yeah. Or a coworker.
Yes, that happens too.
Mm-hmm. Soul Brother Kevin. I can say Soul Brother Kevin's the one that did you in.
I don't want to say it's 100%, but it's pretty locked and loaded.
I will.
It was him and possibly his cronies, but
him and a cat named Mo.
That's my theory.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I'm the god of this town of radio.
Yeah.
I'm the king of this town.
You are.
There's nobody else going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Nope.
All I can tell you is it's not who I am.
Nobody knows more about Tampa radio than I do.
That's true.
And it got a little silly and stupid at the end of the show and was trying to be a wise ass like I often am. And it just came out wrong. And I wish I could give you a better answer than that, because we're in a business where we should be careful about what we say and how we say it.
No, but we're not. We're in the business to be funny and entertaining and give you the best sports information. And sometimes that comes across wrong or offensive.
If he would have opened it with that last sentence, like, okay.
Yeah. And you know what he should have said then, Blitz? And I've been suspended for 3 days without pay, and I'll take that suspension like a man, and I'll be back Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well, letting you know from someone who had to make a public apology on the air, a lot of times they
where's your public apology at?
Oh, I must have it somewhere.
Oh, can you get it for me?
I'll try my best.
You better or you're fired.
Okay. I'll make another apology on the show. Wait, hold on. I was going to make a point. I was going to say that I was given like a script. So, I mean, he may have bullet points that he has to read. You say this, you say this, you say this, you say this, you say this. You can add your own little flair here, and then you're done. Sorry.
You're done. You didn't say it. You're
done. You're done.
You had a you're done. You know what? That's a you're done violation, too.
Should I say I'm publicly sorry?
So
you can publicly apologize for
I'm
saying
sorry
you're done
about
2 times.
saying that I didn't say you're done. You're done twice. You're done. You're done.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the big Beasley Boston whodunit, which is a big nothing burger. And Beasley Boston should realize, you know what? I was given this little tidbit of information. When a company succumbs to the trolls of kind of like what happened to us, then you're setting a really slippery slope and a bad precedent for your talent. You really, really are. You're letting them win. You're letting them program.
Of course.
You're letting them program your programs.
Well, what do you expect him to do? I mean, is it management who should have been like, this is our guy?
Yeah, Bubba's saying the company.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying the company.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like the guy.
Look, if they came to him and said, this is what you have to say, then he has to say, like,
no.
I get it.
I was told by Keith Lawless, you have to read this, and if you don't, you're gone. So you make the choice.
I'm talking about on the company side of things.
Yeah.
Sure. I know.
Saying, you know what?
And you're right.
You know, I'm talking about on the company side of things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's so afraid. And listen, there is not a radio. There might be one. I think maybe Salem or Bonneville is the only radio company that's making money. iHeartRadio, listen to these numbers. iHeartRadio is currently $6 billion in debt. Cumulus, I think, is $2 or $3 billion in debt. Audacity, CBS, is $3 or $4 billion in debt. Every one of these major the top three radio companies are in this order as far as volume of stations owned: iHeart, Cumulus, Audacity. And all three are on the verge of filing for bankruptcy for the second, third, and in some instances, fourth time. Radio is financially in trouble.
And the only reason
the little mom and pops, the JVCs, the Bruce Midori, those are the guys that are actually turning a little bit of a profit. It's still tough because they don't have massive debt loads and 1,800 radio stations.
To go along with what you're saying, though, the only reason why iHeart has $6 billion in debt is because two years ago, whatever it was, they filed for bankruptcy and took their $20 billion in debt and turned it into $6.
Right.
They just took creditors and just didn't pay them.
Right.
Well, let me ask you about this, Bubba. So, okay, management should have more of a backbone, blah, blah. But what if they're advertisers? And you know how radio makes money through advertising. If the advertisers are collectively say, we're all going to pull our money out of this station unless you and your guys apologize, what are you supposed to do?
You apologize.
Right.
This is wrong on so many different ways.
Yeah, it's like it's not even management's fault. They're just trying to save their own jobs.
Right. I mean, but it all starts and stops with this woke cancel society that we have of 4 or 5 individuals that have 26 Twitter accounts that can cause havoc.
Because here's how it works. The people say, okay, so it's like if you don't, the advertisers say you got to fire this guy. Otherwise, like, let's just say whatever, Adidas is going to pull. I'm just throwing something out there. But then if Adidas doesn't, then the people say, oh, well, we're going to boycott Adidas. We're not going to buy your shoes unless you pull your advertising out of this or that guy apologizes.
See,
it all goes down to the consumer, really.
It all goes down to social media and the fact that now everybody has a platform to distribute whatever they want.
Right.
Before they had to write, first of all, they had to call the station back in the day and complain, or they had to write a letter, or they had to call the advertiser, or, it was not very efficient to be able to, complain or boycott a particular radio segment or personality or something that you didn't like. Now, not only can you be one person, but you can be 100 people. One guy can be 50 people. One guy can be 1,000. I mean, Blitz, you're going to try to tell me right now that you don't have the technology to have 50 different accounts on 50 different things?
If I had to.
Yeah, if you had to.
Yeah.
And so, Anna, you're right. Management really can't even sack up and say, no, we're going to stand behind our guy, and he's not going to apologize because they're like, all right, we're done.
Okay, and then the whole station goes under.
And then the Chevrolet dealership, who really is not offended by this.
They don't care. No one actually really cares.
They're just out to sell trucks, and the guys that listen to this sports show buy Chevy trucks. They're not really that mad. They don't care. But they got 14 emails from one disgruntled employee that either worked for Beasley or currently works for iHeart, and some sales rep that can swoop right in and get that Chevrolet buy. That's how this all works.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I also respect the right and the liberty of people to boycott a company for whatever reason they choose. So I'm like stuck in this weird sort of conundrum where it's like, yeah, I hate wokeism, but I also think that if you don't like or agree with the way a company handles business, you don't have to buy from them. So And you should be able to voice that you don't want to buy from them either. So it's like,
here's another part of this. I don't know if this is the studio feed from what the bad stuff the guy said
today, and we'll just start the show by clarifying that and giving you.
Oh, I think it's when he's not there.
Oh,
on that.
This is the.
So
this is, I think, the first. This is the day. After
they made him
Tony,
apologize, then they
listening
suspended
yesterday,
him.
He's
he made a
outside today.
heartfelt apology about comments that he made on the show on Friday, which were insensitive and hurtful. Because Beasley Media strives to create a diverse and inclusive workplace.
He's reading right now.
And these comments went against its core values. The company has decided to suspend Tony for the rest of the week without pay. In addition, all of our on-air personalities at Beasley Boston will be taking sensitivity training to redouble our efforts to create a culture of understanding. I was partially reading part of that. So that is the word from Beasley Media Group. Tony will be suspended without pay for the rest of the week. And so he will not be here today or through Friday. I'll just add on a personal level quickly that we all feel really bad about this, starting with the fact that it was said in the first place. Minorities in this country do have to put up with a lot of crap, and comments like that just make it harder for them, and we apologize for that. I feel bad that I personally didn't do more to correct it in the moment.
He did the best
I
thing
had
he
the
could.
chance,
Yeah,
and
he went
I'm
to
just not talking
phones.
about dropping it either. I had a chance there in a split-second moment to do something, and I guess I froze, so I feel bad about that. I feel bad about, and I feel bad for Maz, because anyone who's been listening to us for 13 years and know anything about him through his 30 years in this job in various forms in this town, that's not what he is. That's not what he's about. That's what made it so shocking. But it's not what he represents or stands for, and anyone who knows him or has listened to our show knows it. It's not what we represent or the company represents, and certainly not what Maz represents. So we all feel bad about the whole thing, but that is the deal. And so what we're going to do is take a quick break, now that you have the information, and come back and give you the rest of the show. So we'll take a quick break and come right back.
I mean, I guess he did the best he could.
Yeah, I think that was,
I mean, he towed the company line.
He did.
And then he stuck up for his co-host.
He stuck up for his co-host. The whole thing.
He didn't cry and say, like, oh, we're horrible
stinks.
people.
The whole thing stinks.
Yeah.
The whole thing is probably at the hands of a couple people.
Or
a couple of people can cause this much havoc. You don't think I know?
Or it's just the anticipation that might happen and they want to avoid it.
No. This came from something that...
No, I mean, I know, but it's not like advertisers maybe start pulling out. It's like, we anticipate this happening, so we're going to get on it right now.
I mean, there when I did have a Twitter account, there was 6 to 12 Twitter accounts that would have call-arounds and say, okay, call Beasley and call for this extension at 2:00 today and tell them that you will not listen to you are going to start boycotting advertising. They would do call-arounds.
Yeah.
And advertise them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and these guys have been number one for the last 11 years.
Dang.
In sports. So they're the dominant sports show.
That's why, you know what? That's why we're going to continue to hunker down and do what we do and not be reliant upon that end of the deal. Continue to stream. Try not to get thrown off streaming like we did. And work on BubbaArmyRadio.com so that you can go back and hear when we didn't have to be such pussies and we could really do cool radio. Because we got a bunch of it. BubbaArmyRadio.com. It's the best $5 a month you'll spend, I promise you that.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
My name. Boomer. What's up, everybody? Big Lunger. Morning Dark. Match. Steve. Organic Team. Carrie, Tina, also known as Bubba Army Mom. A little hottie, a little friggin' hottie, a little freak nasty hottie. What's up, Alex? Jack Holland, good morning. Good morning, Aunt Ted. Isn't Hummel a figurine? Yes, my grandma used to collect them. Little cherub ceramic figurines. Yes, the Hummel figurine. No one said that to me probably in the last like 10 years because no one knows what they are anymore. But yeah, older people would always ask me like, "Oh, like the figurines?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, like the figurine." Oh, thank you. I watched it. 'Cause I rock and rolled yesterday. Oh, man. My neck is kind of busted. Tim Moore, good morning. Pretty much. Donkey Teeth, I do have to admit, I do show preference while I'm driving on the road. I do show... It's like not like I'm racist or anything or of my own not against my own kind, but if I see another Toyota Camry, I'm much nicer to them on the road. Like if the Nissan's trying to get in, I'm like, no, fuck you. You can merge behind me, ho. But if it's a Toyota Camry, I'm like, go right ahead. We gotta stick together, us Camrys. Yeah, Josh. I remember Daniel Tosh's crazy impressions. So I don't think all cars matter. No, fuck a Prius. No, it's all about just the Camry. It's Camry life. Like I'll be like, man, fuck this. Wait, is that a Camry? And then I'm like, man, get on in there, buddy. Go ahead. So I definitely show Camry preference.
Do you like Nikki Glazer?
I do, yeah. I do. She's a bit much when it comes to like all she talks about is sex. So it's like, you know, what else you got? But yeah, she's good. She's had a very successful career so far.
Yeah, I mean she's doing well.
She's doing really fucking well.
She's power picking it.
Hello, I'm burning. Trickiest of knees. Sex sells. Well, it's not like she's on OnlyFans. She just talks about sex, and it's just kind of, you know. I mean, it's cool, but what else you got, kid? What else you got, kid? Uh-oh. Dark Match Steve, you gotta get in there. Good morning, Speed Racer. Oh, thanks, Free Range. I'm sure you have wonderful ideas about how to handle business when it comes to geopolitics. I'd love to hear your input, Free Range. Oh, shut up. Good morning, Nick the Gun Guy.
I got your shirt, Nick the Gun Guy.
He's got your shirt. You said shirt?
I'm at shirt.
Shirt. Shirt. Put him in the dirt.
I might wear it tomorrow.
He might wear it tomorrow. Drop the tray. What's up, Alan Bowling, a.k.a. Drop the Tray?
Did I do light stream?
Did you? Ask Lum Lum. Grouper Lips. Big Longer. What up? Zempix. Whoa.
I'll have to ask.
Blummel's divorce lawyer said Bubba looks swole this morning. No, I don't rescue them puppies. Fuck them puppies. That's right, Alan. They said no, you did steaks.
No, you did not.
You did steaks.
Yeah, Omaha was segment 2. I'm sorry, segment 3. But no late yet.
Dark Match says you've been looking better and better. That means a lot coming from a gay guy.
Who, me?
Yeah, Dark Match said that about you. That you look better and better.
You're right. Lugla LeBron was very much on the early forefront of my bullshit. Very much.
Thank you, Joseph.
I know who the motherfucker is.
No one already.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. As you're trying to be a little more fiscally responsible, you need to look at your credit card statements and realize that 29.5% rate just ain't going to cut it for you, kid. So if one of your goals is to try to take control of that, maybe pay it off, and the way you can pay it off is efficiently through a credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream.com.
/BTLS.
A credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream.com.
/BTLS.
Can help you pay off your credit cards and lock in a low fixed interest rates. Rates start at 7.99% APR with auto pay and excellent credit. Plus, the rate is fixed for the entire life of the loan, so it'll never go up. From $5,000 to $100,000, and guess what? There are no fees. Zero. You can even get your money by the same day that you apply. Lightstream believes people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that's exactly what they give you. And for my listeners only now, you can apply to get a special interest rate discount. The only way to get this discount is to go to Lightstream.com.
/BTLS.
LIGHTSTREAM.com.
/BTLS.
Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 7.99% APR to 23.99% APR and include a 0.50% auto pay discount. Lowest rates require excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Do all this by going to Lightstream.com
/BTLS
for more information. There's a study that came out and says most young men are single, most young women are not. What is that saying?
I'll tell you right now. Young men are not in their prime. They hit their prime when they're in their 30s, and those guys in their 30s and 40s are dating the women in their 20s. Done.
Similar to what
So
Blitz
what's
does
that
when he
do?
goes to UT.
So what does that do for women in their 30s and 40s?
Who cares?
It's not good for them.
Exactly for Blitz.
They're either already kind of like mated or married off, or they're having trouble, like a lot of women.
Or they're going to the 40s and 50-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, there probably comes a point when you're like, let's just use 40 as right down the middle.
Sure.
Okay? Let's use 40 as right down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a 40-year-old guy, and again, I don't make the rules, okay?
Yeah.
But if you're a 40-year-old guy, man, I mean, I think you can get about anything you want.
Well, it depends on the guy, of course.
Well, I mean, if you're a 40-year-old, successful, financially secure, semi-attractive.
Over 5, 10, 11.
Yeah, again,
over 6 foot, you're killing.
Okay, semi-attractive, financially secure, got a little game, little bit of confidence, good job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not an addict.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have any, any baggage per se. Maybe you even do got a little baggage.
Even if you got a kid,
maybe you got a
matters.
kid.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters as much for a guy as it does a woman.
I agree.
Society is not fair on this particular thing. And that is, if you're a guy, let's take a 40-year-old man and a 40-year-old woman. 40-year-old man, he's probably just starting to get into what he's getting into, maybe business-wise, And a 40-year-old woman, on the other hand, she's probably freaking out.
Yeah.
Because the 40-year-old dude, he can dabble in the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
He really can. A 40-year-old guy can dabble 25 to 30.
Mm-hmm.
A 40-year-old woman, I don't think wants to dabble.
No.
25 to 30.
Not generally.
And if she's successful, I know this sounds terrible, but if she's like financially successful, it makes it even worse because she's looking for someone on her level or even higher.
Right. And chances are that's not going to happen.
Correct. And those guys who are on her level or even higher are looking at the 20-year-olds.
Right.
So
So she's like, hey, I'm 40, and the reason why I'm not married, and the reason why I don't have any children, and the reason why I'm not, in a relationship right now is because I've put my nose to the grind and I've established, I'm making great money. I'm successful. I got my own business, or I'm working for, I'm killing it.
Yeah, but some of those women can get like younger guys, like for boys,
Yeah, but who wants some?
Well,
for
you got
sex,
20s
but
and 20s and 30s.
For boy toys,
they
but
want
do you want to
something real?
Do you want to, as that 40-year-old turns 45, does she want to, take the 27-year-old back to her parents' house for Christmas?
Right.
No. And so that's kind of the premise of this, right? Young men are single.
Mm-hmm.
Most women are not, because the young women, the 22 to 30-year-olds, are being gobbled up by the successful 40-year-olds.
They are in their prime. The 22-year-old women and the men 35 to 45 are also in their prime.
Now you are not in this demographic, but I think you can make believe as if you were, and you are not too far removed from that demographic, that being 20 to 30-year-olds, women. Now, do 20 to 30-year-old women, are they looking for that 40-year-old man, or are they looking for that 30-year-old guy? What are they looking for?
They're just looking for guys who got resources. They want to, when you're 22 and you're hot, like, you want to go on the yachts, you want to go to the parties, you want to go on vacation. And the guys that can afford to do that are in that age range. So you're just looking to capitalize on your sexual agency.
Or you're dedicated to your career, which is going to make you that 35, 36-year-old. Because let's just face it, most careers take a decade to really start establishing.
Yeah.
Right? So you're 23 years old, 24, you're just out of college, and you could be that arm candy for that 40-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can be like, screw that. I'm going to go spend the next 10 years building my business, my brand, my world. Now you're 35, 36, and that 40-year-old that was going for you at 24 now has, that hot Insta bitch that's 25.
I mean, it's not that you can't do both. And a lot of times women put it off until maybe they're like 25, and then they decide they want to get started with their career. And then, Rollo Tomasi talks about this a lot. Usually around 29, 30, women suddenly find themselves like, wanting a family, wanting babies. And then all of a sudden they find Jesus, and they want to go to church, and they want to be like, hey, I'm a wifey type. Like, I'm not like one of those little girls that run around. Like, I want to settle down with someone. And they have, I think, what he calls like their epiphany, that all of a sudden that they want to be like, Mother Mary or whatever.
What's Jesus going to do with it?
Well, it's just kind of like portraying to the public that I'm not a floozy and I'm serious about settling down.
But us men don't want girls that go to church.
Well,
they
don't marry floozies. They marry women that are wifey material. So that's what they're trying to project out into the ether, because they know they can't compete with the 22-year-olds anymore because they're too old. So they're trying to show like, hey, I'm ready to settle down and be loyal to one man. So I'm the kind of person you're going to want to commit to.
More than 60% of young men are single, nearly twice the rate of unattached young women, signaling a large breakdown in the social, romantic, and sexual life of American males. Men in their 20s are more likely than women in their 20s to be romantically uninvolved, sexually dormant, friendless, and lonely. They stand at a vanguard of an epidemic of declining marriage, sexuality, and relationships that affects all of young America.
I mean, it also has a lot to do with, in my opinion, just Zoomers being online. Nobody has their license anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of unusual that Jason is driving. Like, most kids don't get their license till they're like 19 or 20 now, which is insane to me.
And some of them don't even want it.
Yeah, they're like, I don't need it. I play Fortnite with my friends.
Like, two examples. One was, Tyler, my son, first of all, one day after 15, we were at the DMV getting his learner's permit. And then the day he turned 16, we had the driver's appointment already set up.
Yeah.
He'd already taken the course, the practice course online, Blitz,
had the permit for 6 months.
Had it all.
Yeah.
And so on his 16th birthday, he had some guy jump in. And Blitz, I made him drive my F350 dually.
Nice.
Even to parallel park and everything.
What a jerk, Bubba. Those are so hard to park.
He was driving a car since he was 3 years old. He better know how to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so,
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, he paid me place.
Oh, okay.
And so he paid, but the minute he was 16, he got it. Meanwhile, Tom Bean's daughter, Zoe, I think she's 19, and she just now got her driver's license because she was like, I don't really,
Like, who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
All my activities are online.
Yeah, that or I'll Uber, or my mom will take me, or, I'll catch a ride from a friend, or, whatever.
It's mostly because of online stuff, because that's how they connect with people. So they're like, I don't need to be with them in person.
Man, when I was growing up.
There's no driving to the mall to hang out.
Yeah.
I know we're a little bit older, but when getting your driver's license was like
freedom,
like taking the choker collar off you. It's like your life had a choker collar on you, and Blitz, you could only go so far
on your bicycle.
On your bicycle, so you were choked out. You had you had a range of about let's just be honest, we probably didn't go any farther than like maybe 2 or 3 miles on our bikes, radius wise of our home.
Yeah.
Like 5 miles is pretty far.
Yeah.
So we had like a 3, 4, 5 mile radius that we could roll around on our bikes, but that's it. Then you got your driver's license, and the whole world was your oyster. You could go
amazing.
Blitz, did you not, when you first got knowing where you live, knowing where you grew up, I gotta think that probably one of the first times that you got your driver's license and were allowed to go drive somewhere, you went right to Clearwater Beach. Probably one of the first.
Oh, for sure. I went on Gulf Boulevard and took the whole thing all the way down to St. Pete.
Yeah. Yeah, just hell yeah.
That's what I did. Yeah, drove all the way back.
And by the way, if you're not in a hurry, and
you can't be in a hurry.
If you're not in a hurry, that's a beautiful drive.
They keep dropping the speed limit
to go from like the Don Cesar, or to all the way to
Beach,
to Mandalay.
And it's probably nicer when there weren't all those hotels and condos in the way.
Now it's so
it's like you can't see anything, but
some
I can
parts
imagine.
it's like 15, 20 mile an hour speed limit too.
And they got the guys running the radar.
Sure do.
Whole 9 yards.
And they have a lot of crosswalks now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Your dad still lives down there, doesn't he?
Sure do. I heard going down there.
Yeah, he won't leave there.
My dad won't leave there.
And now that I live in Hillsboro, man, it is such that bridge. When I loved living in Pinellas.
Me too. I can't wait to do it again.
I loved living in Pinellas. I really did. I really, 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 really did. It's just a whole nother. It's a different vibe over there.
Yeah, it's so much better.
Don't you agree, though?
Yeah.
It's just a different vibe.
Superior.
And I live in Hillsboro now, and it's just like I don't know. It's just kind of like more of a beachy, carefree vibe over there. I mean, even if you're living in Largo and you're not on the beach, it's just a different vibe.
Yeah.
Than over in Hillsboro. But I mean, that you didn't realize how often you don't cross the bridge if you don't live specifically in one of the two counties.
Right.
Now, for years I worked in Hillsboro and lived in Pinellas, so I had to come, daily, over here, which kind of kept me up to speed on both counties. But, Lummy, as we were driving through Pinellas County yesterday with our load,
yep.
Blitz, have you seen those new condos they're building right by the Trop?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just exploding over there.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
If I could do it all over again, or I came into some money or something like that, I think, Blitz, I would buy like a 2-bedroom condo on the beach with my own dock. Where I could have a couple jet skis.
Intercoastal then, not beachside.
Kind of like in Tierra Verde, Fabrizi's mom and dad lived in Tierra Verde, a little bit closer to Fort DeSoto that way.
Yeah.
And there were these really nice condos, and literally out your back door was a pool. It was set up just like Fabrizi's. And then
is that like Isla del Sol area?
Yeah. Yeah. And you have your own jet ski. Like each condo has literally their own dock.
Okay.
Their own little slip.
Yeah.
And so you got the best of you got the access to the ocean.
Sure.
and you have your pool, and it's not, a 6,800 square foot monstrosity. Because I mean, listen, I miss my old house, but it was $12,000 a month to live in there all in. And, when I had a big family, it made sense. But it's just me and maybe another person. It wouldn't make any sense. It'd just be wasting money. Now, granted, I could have what Zillow listed it as now.
It's gone down a little bit.
I bet it has. I bet it's gone down a lot. But nonetheless, that's the life I'd like to live. If I was to be retired. On the water.
2.4 million.
Yeah, double.
You wouldn't get
what I sold for.
just like a smaller 3-2 like on the water like that.
What do you mean?
Because you said a 2-bedroom condo. I was saying like a smaller 3-2, but on the water, like the Febreze. Yeah, a house.
Like a house?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
A house would be a lot more money.
Yeah, but I would have a garage.
That would be nice.
Nice little garage.
Yeah, because
maybe we'll be doing the show over there.
In the garage?
In the garage. There you go. We need a garage place because we need a place to put the studios.
Crack the door open and talk to the neighbors as they walk by.
Right. If we need guests, just open the garage door up. Who wants to go on the air? Right?
Well, that's when you're in your retirement community, right? Where your mom's at?
I want to live in a retirement community now.
Oh, listen, my mom.
I'm not kidding.
Listen,
it's so nice and it's so quiet.
Nice.
And there's no crappy kids running around.
And here's the thing on it: everybody knows each other.
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
I want that.
Well, no, hold on. But
you're saying that like it's a good thing.
Hold on. Everybody knows each other in a good way. Like they want to help you. They're like,
but you can also opt out, though, right? Like you don't have to go to the HOA meetings and the community.
No, pineapple can be right side up.
No, on it. You can be 100%.
I want to be incognito.
You can be 100% to yourself. Drive your little golf cart wherever you want to go. Just mind your own business, or you can have your garage door up and sit in your lawn chair, and people drive by and say, "Hey, Anna, how you doing today?"
I know. I used to want a fake ID so I could get alcohol when I was 19. Now I want a fake ID so I can live in a 55 and over community.
Listen, I don't mean to sound pathetic, but my mom, lives in one of these, and I would love to live at her.
Oh, I know. I've been to them before. I went to go visit a friend's parents in Estero. You know where that is? Fort Myers. So nice. So nice.
Yeah, I mean, I
want to live there.
It's,
Speaking of your mom, Bubba, are you gonna do anything special here in the next week or two?
It's her birthday.
I know.
What? On the 11th.
I know. We'll be
on 3/11.
Yeah, we'll be in Gainesville.
I know.
Are you gonna bring her?
No, she would hate that.
She would hate it. But yeah, maybe the week before, you should take her out somewhere.
We got something planned.
Okay, good.
Tara and I have something planned.
Nice. You mean Tara has something planned?
No.
Oh.
I helped plan it.
Okay.
And
awesome.
I'm going halvesies.
Nice.
On the cost.
Longhorn.
Nice. I was just about to say that.
With the cards?
No, not Longhorn.
Halvesies on the cross.
It's going to be more like a country, a golf course country club, if you will.
Oh, you fancy, cuz.
Require me to wear probably my white linen outfit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I appreciate everybody being dicks.
I wanted to make sure.
I got it locked in. Tara and I talked about it yesterday, as a matter of fact. Tara, actually, to Tara's credit, she made the reservations because she's the member of this club.
Okay.
But I did tell her, Tara, and she has a tab that she's big time.
Yeah.
She's a big time.
Yeah.
And I go, I would like to contribute. And she's like,
and by I mean Mark Track.
And then she goes, Bubba, stop. I go, Tara, I'd like to give you a few $100s or whatever, whatever it is. I'd like to contribute. She's my mom. I like to go in. And I'm already looking. I've already started trying to find out what I'm going to get her for her birthday.
Nice.
Ooh, any ideas?
No, I do, but nothing that I could really talk about.
Louis?
You know what? Maybe.
Awesome.
I last year I got her a Louis Vuitton.
You're bringing bags and they're Louis?
Well, no. Last year I got her a Louis Vuitton wallet to match her Louis. My sister bought her the $2,400 Louis Vuitton bag,
and you bought her Louis Vuitton socks.
And I bought her the
wallet,
$450 Louis Vuitton
wallet. That is so ridiculous. I mean,
listen,
okay, sorry.
Here's the deal.
So much money.
76 years old, and she likes to look fancy,
designer stuff.
And Tara is a multi-millionaire, And
she loves it when you say that, by the way.
Yeah, she hates that actually.
Of course.
And I've been saving, and $450 is a lot of money to me. But for my mom, I'll go get my last dollar out for my mom.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be, my mom is getting older, and I'm going to enjoy my mom, and I want my mom to have everything, every nice thing that she ever wanted. Oh, and another thing I'm going to do, Blitz, and I'm kind of letting the cat out of the bag, but I'm going to go get her. I'm going to go to Ed Morris Cadillac and get her oil changed for her.
You're not going to do it here?
I was going to do it here, but she kind of took a shiz on the deal when I told her I was going to do it. She goes, "Well, Fweet, why don't you just take it to the dealership? Because I go, well, Mom, why don't you just it takes 0.20. I've already looked, Blitz, what it took. I said it takes
same thing as Gus.
It takes 0.20. It's got 15,000 miles. I'm sponsored by Redline. I got 0.20.
Oh, you do now?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
I got 0.20, and I can go get a K&N filter."
And she's
like, "Well, Fweet, Jeff always took it to the dealership." I'm like, oh. So Blitz, I'm either going to change the oil on it. I'm going to do it here. See if I can get an Ed Morris sticker.
There you go.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Is that going to be your birthday gift, just the oil change?
No, I'm going to get her that, and I think I'm getting her a Louis Vuitton Speedy bag.
Does she like any other designer shit, or just Louis?
I don't know. Gucci, maybe?
Gucci, Louis, Maserati, Bugatti. She likes that Bugatti. May I make urine?
You're in time.
You're in time. Where's my motherfucking hair tie that I threw on the desk? You're in time. Fucking out. Unless you feel it fucking here comes a snacky thing. Alright, well, I don't know where the fuck my hair is.
What you eating, Bubs?
What you eating, Bubs?
There you go.
Boom, boom. Good morning, Big E 7375. Obviously, the exhibit's going good. I mean, all you gotta see is that moving video. I mean, Bubba's looking good. Thick, rugged, calves are just popping. Arms are popping out while he's driving. 2 feet. 2 feet driving. 2 foot climb. Good morning, Tina May. Rodo Perez, good morning. Let's smoke. Cool. Kind of crew. So catastrophic. Been a little bit, kid. We're doing good. R.A.D. What's up? J-Tiz, good morning.
Hi, Lummy. So, Lummy, you weren't in trouble at all.
K-Dog, no. I made it home just in time.
No heat at all.
No, if I would have waited an extra 5 minutes, I would have been fucked. What's up, Cardi? Oh, thank you, Cardi Cause. What's up, Jose Alberto Amaraz? Dan Wiz, pour your luck. Good morning. Cold Egler, yeah, he said he was getting after those leg lifts today. No Mark Hunt. The hat sold out, I believe, yesterday, like I said. I'm gonna go regular. Polsky. No, 1 hour and 14 minutes in. Bubba's looking real good. Bubba, are you ordering any more of the black Bubba Army hats? The standard?
The what?
The standard black Bubba Army hats?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Good morning, Jacob Buckley. Dr. Dan's Blooming Onion Maker, good morning. Douglas Rubbish Nerd. What's up, Brian Payne? Senior. Money ready thrower.
Get out of here, weirdo. Fucking weirdo.
Next story. This is a fucking moron.
I swear to God, I need to find this fucking hair tie.
Stockholm.
You're Stockholm?
Brian Shaw, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Hair Tie. There it is. Gotcha, bitch. Ew.
What are you laughing about?
Me?
She's talking to her fucking self about finding her hair tie.
I found my hair tie. My hair is so fluffy, it makes me hot. I got fluffy hair. Sometimes I wish I just had regular white people hair, but I don't. I got all this Junus.
Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. The Lummy Thin Blue Line hat, which I have one over here. That Lummy designed hat whose head is too fat to wear his own hat.
Yes.
I sound like Dr. Seuss now. Hello, my name is Lummy. I designed a hat that my head's too fat to wear my hat. Green eggs and ham. Sam, I am. And Anna's is taking that Jewish fro and going crazy with it.
I am.
Lummy, I don't know that we've hit 1,000. You know, we've starting on Blitz. Was it Monday? Was it something that we said on Friday that got a
No,
cancel?
it was Monday with Dr. Dan. So Tuesday was our first day on YouTube.
We don't know.
But Tuesday's when we did YouTube.
Let me ask you a question, buddy. With Blitz, Blitz always answers you like he's in a deposition. He answers just the bare minimum.
Means he wants you to move on.
No, he does. These are just pure statistics. Don't tell me about Blitz, okay? I know him better than you do. Almost said bitch.
I know.
Blitz, what was our first day that we started doing our morning show on Facebook and YouTube?
Tuesday.
Perfect. So, Lummy, since Tuesday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, today's our third day. I don't think we've hit 1,000 on YouTube yet.
The closest I've seen is $9.93.
$9.93. We're at $9.58 now. So, like, all you people that are watching us on YouTube, one, thanks, and two, maybe share or, copy and paste or tell somebody at work, hey, go to YouTube at The Bubba Army and watch my favorite morning show. I'd like to hit 1,000 by today. I don't know. I can't necessarily offer you anything. I mean, good for my spirits nonetheless, would it not?
Yes, it would be.
Thank you so much. Let's try to hit 1,000 on that if we could, please. Sumo just sent me a picture.
Of his dong?
No, but
Nice.
of a huge bowel movement.
Oh.
And it
Even hotter.
It might be the biggest. I swear to God, it looks like a dorsal fin on a shark.
Whoa.
Sumo, did that come? Did you produce? Is that something that you found on the internet, or does that come from your ass? My Lord, I'd have to lay down for a couple hours just for my sphincter to get back to normal. if that came out of me.
Wow.
My Lord, Sumo, what are you? You high five? You're obviously on a high fiber willy. Lummy, if we do hit 1,000, please alert me immediately. I don't care what I'm in the middle of doing.
If it's from Sumo, it's definitely not from leftovers.
No, Sumo does not eat leftovers.
Why not?
Meanwhile, I love leftovers.
I do too.
Yeah,
You guys
me
are a
too.
perfect pair.
I'm actually a leftover connoisseur.
Yeah.
Like when I go to Longhorn, I'll specifically only eat my sides and then take my 2 Parmesan encrusted chicken breasts and for
That
take.
is so weird.
Why don't you eat one chicken breast and one side?
Right. Enjoy it when it's fresh.
I'm a weirdo.
You know what, Bubs? I'm probably weirder than you, so I'm going to shut the hell up.
No, I don't think.
You just called me a weirdo.
I think. Well, you are. I'm eating a pork chop and green beans, trying to eat responsible. Which, by the way, Blitz, that's a very. I'm eating
I thought it was a pizza.
No, it was a pork chop. It's pork chop and green beans.
Okay, sorry.
Blitz grilled pork chop, green beans. Pretty responsible.
Absolutely.
And so I'm eating responsible because I'm trying to get back down to my very svelte 249. I'm gonna get there too, man.
Oh, we know.
By the end of this year.
You are close.
I'll be looking good as hell. You don't even understand.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Result 71 to come in and tell us where you're at.
Oh, my
I think he's supposed to be minus like 110 pounds at this point.
Hey, Zolt 71.
You should be fitter than me at this point.
Zolt 71. I don't even see him around anymore.
He popped in.
I don't even see Zolt. I think my lack of weight loss on that particular
we lost a fan.
On that particular weight loss regimen, not only did I not succeed on my diet on that one, but we lost a fan that was keeping score.
And you would have got $6,000.
Yeah, but whatever. So anyway, you know that I'm going to hit it now. I just know I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you're looking good.
Plus, I just bought some new weight equipment.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, for that ass.
Most of 3 of the 5 pieces were ass related.
Hell yeah.
And I tried to get on one of them today. Whew,
Can you describe it? Because I feel like in my head, you have all the major ass ones.
No, there's 2. There's 2 of the ass ones that the one you would love. It's a hack squat.
Okay.
1,000.
Oh, is it the one with the weight and you like beneath
1,000.
it?
Oh, we just had oh my God.
What the hell?
Holy cow.
I'm going to see how long I can until it doesn't have any air compression left. Eventually it'll die. Won't it, Blitz, or will it constantly keep a little bit?
You'll probably have a little bit because the compressor's running.
How did that?
Well, 1,014.
That got us 14 extra homies right there.
Whoop, whoop.
Hello. Hello, it's Bubba. You're live. 813-90-BUBBA, by the way, if you'd like to call in. Maybe we should start taking more phone calls. Maybe not. Hello.
It's you.
Hello, you're on the air, buddy.
Yeah, let's take more calls.
That's why we take on. That's why we don't take so many calls. So, I mean, every one of us are weird.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, like for instance, let's just start with Rhett.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he's
Rhett.
weird.
Oh yeah.
How so?
Oh, in a lot of different ways.
He's a redhead.
Yeah.
He's first of all, he's
That
not a
is kinda
redhead.
weird.
He's really a redhead. Like he's a redheaded ginger.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He's a redheaded ginger.
Yeah, nothing worse than a redheaded ginger.
And he's kind of he's kind of socially awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
maybe on the spectrum.
Yep.
Probably on the spectrum.
Some spectrum somewhere.
Sexually, I think we know least about him, other than he likes larger African American women.
The bigger the better.
The bigger the better.
Yep.
The bigger the better.
Yeah,
I think he's a nasty though too.
Yeah.
I think he's a filthy McNasty.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He sure is.
Yeah. I think he likes to go to Madeira Beach.
Oh.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he
He
does.
likes to roll around in the mud.
Hello.
Yes. I feel like y'all should look up Infobren on YouTube.
Look up what?
Infobren.
What? Tell me. Can you before I look it up, sir? And it's something that's inappropriate and could potentially get me in trouble.
Right.
What can you tell me what it is?
No, it's not going to get you in trouble. I say look it up.
Well, no, I say tell me what it is.
Yeah, man, got to pitch it.
He said,
All right.
"No thanks."
No, if you can't pitch your idea, kid, I just don't go right to ideas. It's a pitch, kid.
Well, he clearly said we should look up on YouTube. So
Hello. Get the marbles out of your mouth there, my friend. Hello.
R.I.P. Marbles.
Listen, people, when I say hello, you say hello back. And we're gonna have a
Hello back.
And that means you're on the air, and we're gonna have a conversation. Hopefully a constructive one that's entertaining nonetheless for the 1,010 people that are watching us on YouTube and the millions heard across the world. Hello.
Hey, Bubba, I just wanted to talk to you. Long-time listener. I text with Anna once in a while. We know somebody in general, but I wanted to talk about the woke crap. I work for a major corporation, and our Golden Palace, our corporate office is in one of the major cities, and we're in the construction industry. And
is your name Jim?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's insane, the stuff that's being pushed to us now. I mean, I get emails from corporate now, and everybody's got their pronouns in their name. We got a new equity person hired, and we have to all take these classes about how not to offend people. And it's like 99% of this company is blue collar, working middle class people, and we're having this shit shoved down our throats. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, welcome to America. And if you and if your big corporation doesn't do that, and they've not gone on record of having these type of courses and these sensitivity classes and things like that, then potentially whoever they do business with, they could it's a whole big trickle down bunch of nonsense, and it's controlled by a very minute amount of people that have that on social media that's got everybody afraid of their own. I mean, everybody's afraid of everything.
And it's crazy. I mean, we're even in some of our plants out west, we're even putting in bathrooms for everybody.
I will tell you this, man, I'm not. Blitz, don't get all mad at me, but it seems like the more California, specifically San Francisco-based companies are, the more sensitive they are. For some reason, San Francisco is at the center of sensitivity.
Well, we're the I'll just say our corporate's in the murder capital of the U.S., so you probably know where that's at.
Chicago?
You got it.
Yeah. Used to be Chicago was full of a bunch of hard ass-kicking Bear fans, Da Bears and Cub fans, and regular blue-collar workers like you and me, and now it's full of a bunch of Lori Lightfoots that are running around trying to cause problems.
Yeah, it's because they all moved
all over the place.
Well,
Jesse Smolletts.
They went to the suburbs.
Oh,
the Bubba
crazy.
Clem. What's your first name?
Jim.
Mine, Jim.
So the Jims and the Bubba Clems, we moved out to Naperville, and the Lori Lightfoots and the Jesse Smolletts moved to Navy Pier, and that's the problem. Period.
Well, hey, I just want to tell y'all, I've been listening to you for, 20-something years. And this is like my first time ever calling in.
Nice.
I kind of was friends with somebody that Anna knew through work. And then when she's got on there and Blitz got on there, I got to tell you, the show is just, I can't say enough about it. It's just kicking ass.
I'm really excited.
Thanks, Jim.
I'm really excited about the my current lineup and where we're going and some opportunities that we have and just some of the infrastructure that we're building with streaming and things like that. And I really think we're really, as much as we got screwed on terrestrial radio, we are so far ahead of the average person that at the end of the day, you need to be digital and you need to be working the streaming game. And we're so far ahead of that compared to the most persons that, as down as I get on the terrestrial side, I've reverse engineered it and actually am where I need to be exactly with the people that I need to be. And I'm very excited with the dynamic and the feel and everything. I'm happy too. I don't know if it shows as a host or you can audibly hear, but I'm happy too. And I'm a good faker.
Bubba,
I can fake out the best of them. But other than some personal issues I'm going through with my son, professionally I'm as happy as I've ever been.
Aw.
And it shows on the radio. I mean, you can tell, Bubba. You're the most positive I've heard you ever. I mean, you
no question.
You treat people better. You're not, blasting, you feed us this and all that. But it's just, you're a great show to listen to because there's great content. There's great talk and banter back and forth between you all. Except, Lummy struggles once in a while.
Yeah, he struggles.
Other than that,
but see, but hold on, Lummy's that everybody has one. Everybody has a Lummy in their life, and so
I agree.
And so Lummy's that guy. He's that
he represents part of the population.
Yeah, he represents part. Yeah.
Don't worry, Lummy. I'll send you this guy's info.
Thanks.
And Lummy wouldn't know what to do with it, Blitz. So go ahead and send all you want.
Yeah, and I'm only busting your chops, Lummy. I mean,
And here's the deal, man. If Lummy got real mad at you and he came up to beat your ass, you'd just say, Lummy, come on, buddy. I like.
Just throw some Cheez-Its and some Tito's at him, and he'll be fine.
And he would be like, I'm sorry for
Let's
you.
Just go get a beer. All right.
Yeah. If you have a couple, hey, next time you fly, get like 3 or 4 of those little mini vodka bottles, and as soon as Lummy goes to hit you, just whip out one of those, and he'll completely
It'll disarm him completely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So hey, like I said, it's my first call, and I just wanted to. You guys have been talking about this stuff off and on for a few days, and it's crazy. It's crazy what the world is right now, and
that's why we're gravitating to more niche based platform deliveries, and
you
trying
don't have to bow to the woke.
And at the end of the day, man, I'd love to be able to make a living just off of BubbaArmyRadio.com and just be able to let it rip. Just let it rip.
So, thank you all for what y'all put on. I really appreciate it, and don't miss it. Don't miss a day.
All
Thanks
right, buddy,
for calling in, Jim.
Thanks, Jim. Blitz, how hard would it be if we made BubbaArmyRadio.com a video component as well?
Huh.
Would that be a hard thing to do?
Not hard. No.
Expensive.
It'd be expensive.
Give me a number.
7.
Okay. So with Blitz, I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking with Blitz. 70,
a number.
70,000.
I have no idea. You just want to, I mean, it'd be a monthly type thing because of bandwidth and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It would be.
It's hard to give a number right now. But
so the actual equipment, we have cameras and switchers and things like that. It would just be strictly bandwidth.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And it's not as expensive as it used to be, but
right.
It still is.
Wouldn't that be cool if we'd be like, listen, you know what? We're not on YouTube. We're not on. We'll continue to aggregate best ofs and things like that. But and if we were on BubbaArmyRadio.com, visually and audibly only, we could let it rip. Could we not? Or could we get canceled based on our server?
Correct. They would contact the streaming provider and get us canceled that way.
So there's just no way around it.
No, because
there's no way around sucking corporate D. You gotta suck the woke D.
They'll either contact the people to do your credit card processing or the bandwidth people, which does happen.
Wow.
So Blitz, for the rest of my career, I'm gonna be getting deep throated with the woke D. I might as well just start working on my.
I mean, at least the tip.
Anna, can you teach me how?
At least the tip
to deep throat.
Yes.
You cannot. You're the worst one ever.
Sure.
Lummy will teach you.
Yeah.
Lummy is probably better than me.
Lummy, why are you twisting your beard and why are you thinking about deep throating right now? That's not normal.
Just think about teaching you.
Hello. How do you deep throat? Seem like
why don't you try it?
I have a hard time just like if I've eaten too much and I want to make myself throw up, just my finger down my throat really, really bothers me. I can't imagine something 4 times bigger than my finger. Oh, my Lord.
You'd be in trouble.
I would be. I'd be the worst deep throater ever. I'd just be a tipper. Right. Hello. I can only take care of your tip. I'm sorry. Hello.
Hey, Bubba.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard you were taking calls, so I figured I'd shoot my shot.
813-813-90 Bubba. We'll take a few phone calls. Sure. Go ahead, buddy.
Thanks. I think I have a pretty good idea. You guys were talking about the other day on how to handle the transgender in sports.
Okay.
No, we're transgender in sports.
We love it.
Yeah.
We love it.
We're all for it,
You're
man.
breaking up.
We're all for it. You can't get,
definitely.
but you can't get in trouble for saying I'm all for that.
Yeah, we love it. Favorite ever, best ever.
I think one of the solutions I came up with was you rename the divisions to cis women and open. So that way, I mean, all we're trying to do here is protect cis women, right? And then you're using their vocabulary.
You are breaking up.
Yeah,
I told you.
Sorry.
Sir.
But isn't that in itself just absolutely?
Of course.
It be what it be.
Ridiculous that we can't even have a conversation.
It is what it is.
You can't even have a conversation.
Excuse me.
It's the audio black. It's the audio blackface is what it is. It's what it is. You like that, don't you, Anna?
I did.
It's the audio. Talking about transitioning in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, like a pro, whatever, is audio black. Is the Megyn Kelly audio blackface cancellation? Hello.
Morning, radio family. How you doing today?
Good, buddy. Thanks.
Another great show. I do have to say once again, grateful for being Bubba Army. This is Mike, the former detailer.
Hi, Mike.
My wife, I have told you in the past, is a manager of a local supercenter, Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
She called me one day. She goes, "You ever thought about being a cart associate?" I said, "No, never thought about it."
A what?
She goes, "A cart." The ones that go out in the parking lot and get carts.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Blitz.
Cart associates
Hold on, Blitz.
now.
A cart wrangler.
Yeah, rather than being a cart, they call him
Cart
a cart.
Oh,
rather than being cart boy. Hey, cart boy. You're an associate. I love it.
Everything has to be so politically correct.
Right.
I get it.
Anyway, I'm heading in, and I'm doing 47 in a 40. No, I was doing 57 in a 40. Cop jumps out from behind a tree with a radar gun, points at my Jeep, and tells me to pull over. I pull over. I'm like, oh, man, I don't need this crap.
Now, what city what city are we talking in?
Port Charlotte.
All right.
And the cop comes up to me. He goes, we got you over 15. I'm like, oh, man, I know. And I just said, I knew I was speeding. I was wrong. It's my fault. I'm sorry. And he goes, you got a good driver's license? I said, yes, sir, certainly do. And I went to reach over to get into my wallet, and I had my Bubba Army, the lime green construction type vest.
Right, that we used to sell back in the day.
Yeah, and he looked at me. He goes, you Bubba Army? I said, sure am. He goes, anything over 15, anything over 10, we're giving a ticket for right now. I'm like, oh, man. He goes, my radar gun just happened to shut off. He goes, if your driver's license is good, I'll have you out of here in 2 minutes.
Wow.
Down the road I went.
I'm just telling you, man, police officers know how they may not even they may not even listen to the show or even be familiar.
They all do.
No, but hold on. There's probably some cops that aren't even familiar with where the show is or how to get it, but just the urban legend of Bubba the Love Sponge and Bubba Army being pro cop and being at every police officer's a fallen police officer's funeral that I can make. And then having, donated over $1 million to fallen police officers' widows of their family, that gets around, the thin blue line in the police officer communities and law enforcement is a very small niche, and they all stick together for the most part. The thin blue line, and so even if they are Bubba Army and they know and they listen to the show every day, chances are they're familiar with what we do philanthropically for law enforcement, and you got a super super good chance of getting out of a ticket if you are a gentleman.
And I was very polite, yes sir, no sir. And before I left, I gave each of the 2 officers I was dealing with the new bumper stickers with the promo code.
Oh, the QR code.
Nice. When was this again?
It's on Tuesday.
On 2 days ago.
Tuesday.
That's awesome, sir. I like hearing
and
that.
I was like, holy cow. I felt bad for the younger African-American gentleman. They caught his ass doing 80 in a 40.
Sir, this was going going great.
Why? Why are you like this?
Sir, we'll see you later,
And then
buddy.
the black guy down the road.
I would like to
guy.
apologize for this guy.
Guy in Boston got canceled for a week for that, buddy. Jesus,
we're
settle
gonna
down.
We're going to suspend that caller from our airways unpaid for 3 days.
Oh, man, it was such a good story,
Blitz,
too.
Blitz, I second that.
Yeah.
That's officially law. Thank
Mark,
you.
the cart associate, is banned.
Mark, the Walmart cart associate who got a break for having a Bubba Army deal from a beautiful Port Charlotte cop. Kick-ass dude. You now are, it's law. You're officially banned from calling in for exactly 3 days unpaid. Hello.
Hey, Bubba, it's Dave. How are you?
Good, Dave. Thanks.
One of the things I was going to mention in regards to the woke stuff was, I don't know if you remember, back in '86, David Letterman had interviewed Michael Jordan. And so on the show, this is when there was something happened with the shoe, and the shoe got banned off of the NBA. So David Letterman asked Michael Jordan, why did your shoe get banned? And Michael Jordan responds with, because it doesn't have any white in it. And then David Letterman tossed back, and he's like, sort of like the NBA. Now, do you think that sort of statement, do you think that would fly over today, or do you think it would be a big issue?
Well, 2 things. I think it was funny then, and I think it's funny now.
Yeah.
And I think it's Michael Jordan and David Letterman dancing back and forth on funniness, in my opinion. That's just strictly my opinion. Would it potentially be a problem today? Yes, because everything's a problem today. Everything's a problem today.
Well, I agree with you. It's a sad state we're living in.
It is. It really is. And unfortunately, we don't have guys that have the balls of Michael Jordan or David Letterman that are uncancelable, and so we all just running around scared. Appreciate your call, buddy. Thanks. Blitz, can I play this?
I think so.
Michael, is this the shoe? And of course, we can't show what kind of shoe this is.
Yeah, that's okay. The color stands for.
But is this the shoe that the NBA wouldn't let you wear?
So, Lummy, did the NBA have a shoe policy?
Because with Converse and it was like the team shoes, you had to match it, and Jordan was really the big one with Nike and got it started for the NBA.
And the Jordan 1s were all red and black, which were the Bulls colors.
Correct.
Right. And did they have a rule where a shoe had to be white so that I was always told the shoes had to be white so the referees could see them better for traveling and carrying the things like that.
That's correct. And also there was shoe contracts with different teams back then too, and the NBA.
Now, why wouldn't they let you wear it? Just because it's ugly, I guess, for starters.
Hold on. David Letterman said it's ugly for starters.
I mean, it kind of is ugly shoe.
Oh, I know, but if you had that shoe right now, Lummy, in a box, never opened.
Very, very.
What are Jordan 1s?
Oh, God, probably at least $200.
Oh, no, probably $200,000.
Yeah, no, I know. They were $65 new back then. Back in '85.
Yeah. So, I mean, Lummy, look at Lummy being, what is a pair of original Michael Jordan, unused, unworn, in the box, Rapper Willie, worth, I would say probably $200,000.
If you could find one, looks like the last one sold for $265,000 on an auction site.
$265,000. Blitz. We should have just bought a couple pair, put them in a storage unit, heat shrinked them, wrapped them up, vacuum packed Willie.
These are game worn. It sold for almost $600,000.
Hey, I agree with you. They are ugly.
Now, wait a minute. Didn't you help design these?
It's the shoe, not the color.
Oh, not the color. Okay, but what's wrong with the coloring? What rule do we violate here?
Michael Jordan was smooth back then, was he not?
He was.
I am of course, my all-time favorite basketball player is a friend of mine, Larry Bird, but Michael Jordan is a quick second. Magic Johnson, Dr. J, Moses Malone, Charles Barkley. Those were ball players.
Yeah, I like Shaq too nowadays too.
Shaq's awesome.
This is from 37 years ago.
Yeah, 37 years ago. Hold on. This is what he said.
What rule do we violate here?
Well, it doesn't have any white in it.
It doesn't have any white in it.
Wait to hear this.
Well, neither does the NBA.
See, nothing can be funny.
Right, like that's funny. It's a joke.
Everyone
yeah.
Like Michael Jordan's
Back then
laugh.
they did.
Now, if there was a black guy and he was mad about it, and okay, but Michael Jordan said that's funnier than hell.
Right.
That's funnier than hell. But people, you know what? We can't be funny. We have to be offended. You can't be funny. Funny is now offensive. That's the problem. Funny is now offensive. There is no more funny.
No.
But there's a lot of offensiveness going on.
Sure is.
And you should go to my website, Bubba Army Shop, Bubba Army Store, BubbaArmyMerch.com. And even if you just bought one little I think they're what? $1 for a Bubba Army bumper sticker, and put that thing on your back window. Corner left. Right in the left corner, back window. I guarantee you won't get a ticket. I mean, now, if you rob a bank and you got, 3 young girls behind you and 5 kilos of cocaine.
Yeah, King.
Yeah.
17-year-old Guatemalan chicks.
Couple Guatemalans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say I would guarantee you're not going to take it, but it'll definitely help your cause.
Oh, it will. It will. I guarantee you, you're automatically at a 50-50 just from the cops seeing that. Now, you're going to probably determine the rest if you're a complete gentleman. Yeah, if you're a complete gentleman, then you're probably up to 75% not getting one. Just had a guy testimonial here a few minutes ago.
Before you ruined it.
Before you ruined it.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
It was making me so happy. And you fucked it up. You stupid. Stupid idiot. Pork chop. Crunch. My name is Bubba, and I like pork chop.
Let me hit over 1,000.
We sure did. We rode it pretty good too.
Where are we at now?
980. Usually drops off sometimes during the hot mic.
Yes, sir. She loves saying that. I bet you she says it at home.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't you know?
Don't you know I say it a lot? Yeah.
Don't you know? Don't you know? Me to pay my bills.
Well, you know, Bubba, the crazy thing too is the NBA Slam Dunk Contest
What?
this year. The NBA Slam Dunk Contest this year was won by a 6'2" Caucasian man.
I know.
From Tennessee.
Whatever happened to that guy?
Yeah. Tennessee. The Birdman?
No. Whatever happened to that guy? He was a fucking white guy. He played for the Clippers, and he was fucking badass. And then he went to the Pistons. Griffin, maybe.
Griffin was you're talking about Blake Griffin?
Yeah. Well, can you
Is
see
that the white black guy?
Well, maybe he was mixed.
He was. Yeah.
But he was. Maybe for a couple years he was all world, right?
Yeah.
Is he still in the league?
Yeah, I think he's still on the Celtics.
Blake.
He's on the Celtics. Yeah, Blake Griffin.
Yeah, there he is.
6'9".
Is he? I mean, is he done? Is he done?
Yeah, he's pretty much done. He's done.
He was the first overall pick out of Oklahoma.
Yeah. He kind of fell off. He got injured a couple of times. He dealt with injuries for 2 years. He's on the veterans minimum salary. So
What's
yeah,
that?
he's on the veteran minimum salary.
Which is how much?
Like $3 million.
Yeah, it's about.
Send your text, Bubba.
I guess it's still pretty good.
Football's $1 million now, $980.
Okay.
Baseball's, I think, up to 600. Depends on how many years you play in the league. I just thought it was funny. Little 6'2" Tennessee kid that won the NBA.
Yeah, when I get my refill.
Yes, please. No rush, but also
I like Rush.
no, not rush.
If Rush came to concert and I could get us meet and greets, would you go?
Aren't they all dead?
Well, the problem is the main guy I want to meet is dead. So
Who, Geddy Lee?
no, fuck Geddy Lee. I don't care about him.
Who?
Neil Peart.
Oh, so you don't want to go then?
No.
I'll go, Bubba.
I didn't invite you.
Tom, I thought you were saying everyone.
No, I said just me and Blitz. We're not even taking Anna.
No one wants to see Geddy Lee, and Alex Lifeson's cool.
You
but
don't want
like,
to
whatever.
see Rush? I'm so sad.
Well, I mean, he averaged 20 points in his career.
Yeah, I know, but he's falling off though.
This year he's averaging 5.
Well, yeah, he's averaging 5. I think he's only played in a couple games.
He's 6'9".
6'9" and 6'9".
But I was saying the guy one that was only 6'2", and the guy's got some hops.
That's the perfect height.
6'2".
Yeah.
6'2", 62.
Man, his rookie year, he came out and averaged 22.5. Hell, when he was with Detroit just a few years ago, he's averaging 25.
But right there, then he just fell off after
Then
that
he went
25.
then he went down to 15. Then he went down to 11. Then he went down to 10. Now he's down to 5. Is it done?
He's done.
Let me look at his fucking salary.
He's 33. I mean, that's still young technically for NBA.
33 is young.
It's young enough for the NBA, but I think he has injury problems.
The Lakers aren't even going to make the playoffs this year.
They probably will sneak in with that bullshit. Every team makes the wild card, or every team makes the playoffs, pretty much almost.
No.
Because they're only 2 games back of the wild card.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch.
He played for Brooklyn for 2 years.
Yeah, that's when they were trying to put that team together with Garnett and... Not Garnett, fuck me. Not Garnett, what the hell is his name? Kevin Durant.
Garnett.
Salaries. Motherfuck, he made $5 million his first year, 5.3, 5.7, 7.2, 16.4, 17.6, 18.9, 20, 29, 32, 34, 32.
Oh my God.
Well, they backloaded his ass.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. Don't forget, man, if you're changing your own oil, you're doing your own, or you do your own stuff. You're a real man. You change your own oil. One, you got to have a K&N filter. You got to start and stop with that. But secondly, man, you better not put any other oil except Redline in that thing. Redline full synthetic. Might as well go race too. Go to redlineoil.com. You can shop right there. Anything you need, from gear oil to water wetter to whatever you need. Assembly lube.
You know, and even if you don't change your own oil, you can buy that oil and take it somewhere and have it done.
Yeah, you know what? If you go to an oil changing place and you provide the oil, it's only like $30. You know, like I forget that they give you a huge discount.
Yeah.
Just say, here, I've got my I know my car takes 0.20, and here's the 6 quarts of Redline that I need. Go to redlineoil.com, and more importantly, upon checkout, use Bubba as your promo code, and you get 10% off right across the board. Well, I mean, I don't know how we got into this topic, but we were talking about the NBA.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I brought up because the little 6'2" white kid from Tennessee won the slam dunk contest.
Oh, I know, and he kicked ass.
He can jump.
And he's only 6'2", right?
Yeah. But he's pretty nasty at dunking.
But is he? Who's he play for?
The Clippers, I believe.
What's he average? 2 points a game?
No, he plays for the 76ers. Sorry, 76ers.
I mean, but is he? Back in the day, like when Michael Jordan would win the dunk competition, that's a real player. That a lot of times these guys are just dunk specific. Like they can't do anything but dunk.
He's a good shooter, but he was in the G League for a while.
What's that mean?
It's like the minor leagues.
Okay.
For the NBA.
I mean, he's a G.
Right.
But they brought him up now.
Did they bring him up just for the dunking deal?
Well, no, I mean he plays really well in the G League. His problem is that he's 6'2" and Caucasian. So
I'm sorry, he's what?
6'2" and Caucasian.
And you being a Caucasian man can say that now, can you not?
Yes, and he's actually come out and he joked about it too. So I was just
yeah, but
reading his lines.
6'2" Caucasian guy won the dunk competition.
Correct.
Ha! I like that. So anyway, I thought that Blake Griffin was Caucasian, but I think that he's mixed.
Yes, he is.
He's like a black ginger.
He's a good-looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here's his stats right here. I was just trying to think of white guys in the NBA, and this is him right here. Anna, you think he's a good-looking dude right there?
I can't see anything. Let me pull it up.
You might just send me a Blake Griffin.
I'll pull it up on here.
Deal. But I was looking. I remember he used to be I remember he used to be all that, and then I got to looking at his salary. He's been in the league 11 years.
11 years, yeah.
He was a number 1 overall pick out of
33
Oklahoma.
years old, almost 34.
Who is of Afro-Haitian descent and white.
Afro-Haitian?
So he's black and white.
I like it. Well, I mean, this guy's made $260 million in the league.
I even think he's hot now.
Yeah,
Detroit paid him $34 million.
Interesting look.
Detroit paid him 30. He didn't really start making big money till he got to Detroit.
The Pistons, are they even good?
Are the Pistons any good this year?
Are they a thing?
No, not
Let me.
really.
Who I don't even know who the good. I don't even know who the good team. I know Milwaukee's good, and I know that's all I know.
Is it
Milwaukee? And aren't the
Celtics are good? The Milwaukee's good. Philly's good.
How about out of the West?
Denver's good.
Utah?
Memphis, no. Well, I mean, they're probably make the playoffs, but they're under 500 right now. But I mean, if you want to look at the top 4 best teams out of the West, you'd say the Clippers, Kings, Grizzlies, Nuggets, and then the East.
What happened to Golden State with that frame? That is Steve Kerr still their coach?
Yes, he is. They're 20. They're 500. They're 29 and 29.
And Stephon Curry's hurt, isn't he?
I think he's back now, but I mean,
their
team just started falling apart.
And the Lakers. So you got the greatest play. Well, by some people's standards, the greatest player of all time. I don't think so. I think the greatest player of all time is Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Period.
100%.
Second greatest player of all time would probably be. I'm not familiar with the Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, that era. So I'm sure there's one of those guys you throw in there, but Larry Bird, Magic,
Jerry West.
Yeah, was he that good?
He was pretty good.
I don't think he was that good. Look, give me Jerry West's statistics. I don't think Jerry West was that good.
He's the NBA logo.
Just because he's the NBA logo is just because
he averaged 27 points a game.
Oh.
5.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and that's before they had the 3-point line.
How many championships did he win? I think only won 1.
I think you are correct.
How many? What was Larry Bird's? I'll just ask Alexa. Hey Alexa, how many points did Larry Bird average in the NBA?
In his career, Larry Bird averaged 24.3 points per game.
All right, so West had more.
Yeah.
So maybe you got to put West in there. I don't know.
I mean, from the 60s to 74, he played.
Yeah, there was no competition.
Yeah,
Please.
they built a still.
No. There wasn't any
But
competition.
yeah, remember, they didn't have a three-pointer either, so that was
I
all
know,
too.
but still.
You were talking about Colorado. Have you firmed up plans to go see Dion yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't. I really haven't. I texted him 2 weeks ago. We had a 2-text exchange, and
they're set to break attendance records.
Oh, they will.
They've already sold more tickets to the game coming up in April, the first game, than they have ever had record attendance.
So is that like the inter squad game? Is that will be
TCU?
What? Hold on. In April?
Yeah.
They usually do spring ball then.
No, there's no way.
What?
There's no way.
I was just reading an article.
College football season doesn't start till August, September. Usually, April games are inter squad games, unless they're doing like maybe Lummy, you need to look into this. You're the sports guy.
I'm looking into it. Well, I mean, yeah, they shattered their attendance record already for the spring game, which is just a inner. They've already sold 30,000
Colorado
tickets.
smashes spring game attendance record as Deion Sanders prepares for first season as head coach. So I don't think that they play TCU in April. I think Blitz that they had an inter squad game.
Yeah, it's the inter squad game. They sold 30,000.
But they didn't play TCU.
I think TCU is their first game.
I think TCU then Nebraska.
Yeah, that's
no. But I'm saying they didn't play TCU in April.
No. That's the first game of the year.
Okay, that's spring game. It says Colorado's first spring game. We play April 22nd at Folsom Field.
Yeah, that's just inter squad.
Okay,
that's their inter squad.
But TCU is their first real game.
Yeah. That's their first real game. And I don't know is that a home game? Is TCU a home game?
No, it's their first home game's Nebraska.
That'll sell out. I mean, it's probably already sold out.
Well, I mean, if they sold 30,000 for a spring game, I mean,
it's already sold out.
Probably. They probably sold the whole year out now.
Yeah.
I still can't wait for you to go there, though.
And me either. And you watch. Deion is going to be. When do they expand the playoffs for football?
Next year.
Next year?
Yeah.
So next year goes to 12 teams?
Yeah.
Okay.
2024.
I wouldn't be surprised that he doesn't sneak. So next year is considered 2020.
Okay, so their first game against TCU is September 2nd.
Right. At TCU.
Yes.
And then their first game at home would probably be the next weekend versus Nebraska at home. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah. September 9th. Yeah, September 9th.
Okay, so this is going to be considered the 2023 football season.
Correct. Yeah, 2024 football season is when they expand it.
Oh, so
this year it's the same, and then 2024 they expand it.
Oh, so it's not. So this year will still just be 4.
Correct.
But okay, so I'm saying by 2025, 2 years into the expanded football playoff system, Colorado will be one of the 12.
I would say next year. I think they win the Pac-12.
Really? Is the Pac-12 a little weak?
Yeah, I think. Well, they got USC, which will be strong.
But the Pac-12 doesn't put you in the 4.
They will with the 12. I said the next year.
Oh, you're saying the first year of 12.
Correct.
Okay.
I think they'll be ranked.
And here's the thing, man. I have seen pictures of I follow Deion.
Look at ticket prices for that first home game, buddy. Whoa.
Show them to me.
I'll send you the Vivid Seats link.
Because I think USC will be good, but I think they'll be ranked with obviously Deion, and I think they'll play for the Pac-12 championship. They could lose, but I think they still make it in as like a wild card.
All right, let's say, oh my God, if you want to sit, 40-yard line, section 118, $1,000
a ticket.
Wow.
The cheapest one I see on here is $281 for like way upper row.
Yeah. Look at this. I mean, you're sitting in 204 blitz. You're in no man's land, and you're 333 deep
for a college game.
And so, Lummy, I'm telling you right now, this community and Boulder, Colorado, they had one good run. They were co-national champions, I think, in '90. And I don't know what type of attendance records they had back then or whatever, but
they were selling out.
But what I'm saying in today's college football world, and I follow Deion on social media, and I'm friends with him. He actually sent me a few pictures of his new house.
Oh, nice.
And, oh, my God.
How's his bathtub?
I didn't see his bathtub, and I will not be getting in it. I got stuck in one of his bathtubs.
What?
I got stuck in one of his bathtubs at his house one time.
Can you come get me?
And I had a phone, and I was real close to having to call him to come get me, and I was nude.
Was he at the house or was he at the game or practice?
No, he was at the house taking a nap before the game. So we get to the house. We go
This
to
is in
practice.
Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas NFC Championship game versus the Packers, January of '96, and I'm in Dion's house in Plano, Texas, and he's got a guest house. That's where I'm staying. And he goes, and we go to breakfast. And he goes, Sponge, we don't got to be at the stadium till like 3, because it was like maybe it was 1. I don't know what time we had to be, but it was like 10 in the morning. And he's like, I'm going to go lay down for a little bit. Go ahead, help yourself to the guest house. It's right over there.
Most likely it was probably a 4 o'clock game.
I think it was. And he goes, be in that. Now, in his main house, he had a huge game room. He said, be in the game room at whatever time.
Yeah.
So I was just going to go in the guest house and turn some TV on and just relax.
Yeah, you get a few hours to kill.
Yeah, it had like a little living room, and it had like a little bed, had like a pretty nice bedroom, king size bed, and then it had a really nice modern bathroom, and it had this jacuzzi tub with a walk-in shower. And I'm like,
jacuzzi tubs. Those are pretty big, pretty deep.
Yeah, pretty deep. And unless you're 416 pounds,
not so deep.
Not so deep. I mean, it only took a half inch of water to fill it up. So he also had a TV. Like, and it was an old, Blitz. It was it was a TV that was above, so you could watch TV in the jacuzzi.
I mean, still rare now, but then super rare.
Oh, super rare. So I'm like, hell yeah. So I'm gonna, turn on, and so Lummy, there was a 1 o'clock game, or there was another game going on.
Yeah, there's always a 1 o'clock game, probably CBS.
And so I'm watching that, or I'm watching pregame stuff or whatever. So I go to get in. I'm naked. My little wiener's hanging out.
Yeah.
And
trying to fluff it up.
Yeah. And, well, nobody's in there, so I don't got to fluff. So I'm just getting in there. I put a towel down because it's all marble. I put a towel down so when I step out, I don't slip in my ass or track and leave. And I go and I run the water, and he has like these little soap, little soap pellets that you can put in. All real.
Oh, so you take a little bubble bath.
La 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 la.
So
dob.
I get it going. I filled up about half. I figured I'd fill up half, see where that puts me once I get in.
Right.
And I get in, and I turn the jets on. I'm having a good old time. I put the channel I want on because I didn't want to get the controller wet.
Of course, yeah.
So I put the game. I put the programming that I wanted on. So I go to get in, and I'm like, man, this is cool, and you can lean all back, and I'm leaned back.
You got the jets on?
Yeah, I got the jets on.
Go.
And I'm trying to strategically only have enough water so the jets don't, go onto the floor and everything. And so I turn the jets off, and I'm thinking, okay, you know what I'm gonna do?
This is so nice.
It felt good as hell. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't have my big Blitz. I didn't build my big house and have access to a jacuzzi tub until 2000. I didn't move into my big house until November of 2000. So I didn't have access to a jacuzzi tub. I was still relatively poor back then, kind of like now. I don't have a jacuzzi tub. I got a pond. I got a pond with goats.
There you go.
that can pick locks. Mark Berger, 25 on the Cash App. Cash App's been a little slow today. Appreciate it though. At the Bubba Army, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. It's how we're going to try to make payroll for February nonetheless. I got another one here.
Oh.
Did I say Jaden Colt? I think I did.
Jaden Colt.
So So I go to let the water out. I'm like, I'm just going to sit here and let the water drain. And then, then I was going to try to kind of rinse, because you got suds all over you there.
Right.
Then I'm just going to try to turn the water on and kind of take my hand and just kind of get all the suds off me,
right.
Sure.
So I go to kind of, the water's, going down the drain, and now I could move around when there was water in the tub.
Right.
But I could reach the drain. So now I lay back down. Well, my body gets suction cupped against the tub.
Oh no!
And I go to get out. My little flipper arms.
Flipping your little feet kicking.
With my little T-Rex, and I'm like, I'm stuck.
Feet are on the edge.
I'm stuck. I'm like, okay, well, you know what I'll do?
Help!
Is I'll run more water.
How could you even reach the faucet?
I couldn't.
Use your
feet.
With your feet?
I was gonna try to use my feet. So I'm like, let me use my feet. No,
Put
you gotta
more weight
understand.
on top of you.
All of this is running through my head. How am I going to get unsucked so I don't have to panic and ask for help?
Oh God!
And so all this is running through my head. I'm at Deion Sanders' house. He's enjoying his nap. He told me not to bug him for 2 hours.
He's got a big game today.
He's playing the Green Bay Packers in the 1996 NFC Championship game. The winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. This Rob Phillips, Elkhart Rob 25 on the Cash App. Thank you, buddy. And so I go, okay, I'm stuck. I'm suction cupped to the jacuzzi tub. Let me just add more water. Then that'll unsuck me. Well, I can't reach the drain, so I'm down there with my toe trying to finagle my toe to get. I can't get it. Well, then I started freaking out more and freaking out more. So I just started rocking, just rocking and trying to rock. Finally, you hear this big. And this big avalanche of water that was formerly entrapped in my back and my ass crack then came careening down to the drain. And I'm like, oh, my God, I'm unstuck. Thank God I don't have to call Sponge, what's going on?
Like, not for you, but for Story, if you would have had to call Dion to rescue you, man. Oh, my God.
Sponge, what's up? You need something? Yeah,
I told you not to interrupt me.
I'm nude, and I'm stuck.
I'm stuck and I can't get up.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Oh my God. How long do you think you were stuck for?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But it seemed like 20.
Japan's calling me. Japan is calling me. No.
Answer it.
No, it's probably a scam.
Let me answer it.
It's missed call. I'm not taking a call from Japan.
Oh, no, you fucking bitch. Let me answer it.
I'm not a fucking bitch. Oh, yeah.
There, boom, boom.
Anna does that up talk thing all the time now. Sure do, motherfucker. My hair smells so good, I can't even tell you guys. Started using this new conditioner. Super awesome. Thank you so much. I want to go blonde again. So, last time the girl, to be honest with you, it's been enough time. I didn't love it the way the girl did it last time. So, we'll see. Gus is not being recalled. You shut the fuck up. What's up, JBJB4? Good morning to you. You want me to go blonde? Brian from Philly. Not like blonde, you know, like the fucking shit I did before.
Shit.
Now I'm a brown head. I want to be a blonde head.
Colorado State. Is that their arch rival, you think?
Yeah, but I mean, Colorado State's kind of shitty.
Where is it? Is it in Denver?
How about Oregon State?
The Ducks?
How about Stanford?
Stanford, yeah, I mean, they're all right. I mean,
How about USC?
Oh, USC, that's the biggest game because USC is going to be ranked.
Hair job was expensive, yeah. Yeah, if anybody has any fucking connections.
They're a little known
Whisper.
now, but USC is supposed to win the Pac-12.
Reach me somehow.
That's the game I might go to.
Shout it out in chat. Let me know.
That's going to be, if USC doesn't lose in Colorado, then they'll be...
Well, I'm not going to go blonde. I mean, I've done it before. Where it's like, like they call it the balayage deal. Balayage. Okay. Excellent. I will reach out. What's up, Dr. Dan's Bloomin' Onion Maker? Always good to see you. What's up, Carrie? Yes. Balayage. I just don't really see myself as a redhead.
No fucking way.
Someone suggested that I go red.
No. Get the fuck out of here. Not going fuck. You can't go red. Baby.
No. I thought about maybe going auburn, but I don't want to. I kind of like the deal I got now.
I think you're overthinking the process. I think you're pretty much dialed in, so just keep it like how you got it, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Bubs.
That's the official statement of
Thank
the
you, Bubs.
I mean, that's my alphaness coming out.
I got you. I think I'm gonna just kind of stick to what I got. Maybe like touch it up in a few months.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if it's not broke, why
fix it? Exactly.
Yeah. Fucking, first of all, Blitz would absolutely flip a fucking wig if you went ginger red.
I look like friggin' Raggedy Ann.
He actually will put something in your personnel file for that particular.
Natural? Fuck natural. This is natural. The brown. The brownness. Okay, Joe, just relax now. If it's not broke, I'll break it.
I gotta poop between shows. I hope Brian and Brent are coming.
I'm sure they are. Brian and Brent and Bubba, the 3 B's. Dye multiple colors of the year. No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna be a blue head and a fucking orange head and shit. I know people that do that, and it's like, no. He's in hospice. Hasn't he been in hospice?
Home hospice.
Who's in hospice?
Jay Carter. Yes, Nick the gun guy just got Oh, he does Missy Hazlett's hair? Alright, Nick. Fucking, I'll reach out to your ass.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. Lummy, I might go to the Arizona game.
Oh, yeah?
It's in November, like November 11th.
It'll be pretty chilly then, too.
That's why I want to go.
Yeah, it'll be cold.
I want to go. It won't be, like, unbearable cold. Well, let me ask Alexa. Alexa, what's the average temperature in November in Boulder, Colorado?
In Boulder, Colorado, the average temperature in November is 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Highs are around 60 degrees Fahrenheit and lows are around 23 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's perfect for me. High is 60,
Do you
low
want to
23.
guess what their low temperature is today in Boulder?
Brian Payne, $30, best show in the world. What's Boulder, Colorado's statistics for today?
Yeah, what do you think their low is?
All right, what's it say? It's February.
I'm going to say 10.
End of February.
10?
I don't know. Help me out.
-4.
It's -4?
Yeah, the high is 16.
Ouch. Wow.
Yeah, well, right now, I mean, I'm not trying to go to a game in February.
Yeah, nobody is.
Disgusting. February is the worst month in the north.
Brian and Brent are both confirmed for the killer bees. I told them about 10:30 because I got to go as soon as the show's over and drop some boys off at the pool.
Okay.
Bad.
Hopefully they don't hit the trampoline.
Yeah, exactly. Did you see where? Now,
she's a dumbass. You know what? Poor alligator.
John Savage, $10, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all at the Bubba Army. We're trying to make up for the 2 weeks we've been canceled off of Twitch, so we're a little bit freaking out. Thank you so much. Every little bit helps, and Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App certainly have. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God for them. Thank God for that. And it's really a more efficient way to give, and all that goes to your BARP totals anyway. So, but this woman, she's 85, and she's walking her dog near the edge of this pond.
Yeah, she's an idiot.
That's one. And so
I don't give a crap. Have you seen the video of it?
Anna?
God.
No, is there a video?
Yeah, there's a
of it?
video, and she's an idiot.
All right, well, I
She
don't
got
know.
what she- well, no,
I don't
the
say she got what she
No,
got.
the alligator did not get what it deserved.
All right, now here's kind of my reasoning. If you live in Florida, and you live near a body of water like this. Now, Blitz, you can even a body of water that's as little as our pond, you have to be mindful.
Absolutely.
You have to be any fresh water.
And there's signs.
Any fresh body water, you have to be mindful that alligators that's what they're looking for.
They're everywhere around here.
It's their habitat.
This bitch is old.
It doesn't matter.
And hold on now. And so this bitch is walking like her little Pookie near a body of water.
Oh, dear.
And this alligator, big one.
It's Miss Doubtfire?
Yes.
Comes out and snatches the dog. She then tries to save the dog. And she gets eaten by the alligator.
Yeah. First off, she's an idiot because Bubba, it's up there. If you click on that picture, it's not a picture; it's a video. But hold on, you don't walk, and there's signs all over. You don't walk your little dog on the edge of a pond.
Right.
Anyhow, one, and you're 85.
Granny.
Two, the gator literally showed itself for a couple seconds of that.
Connor Chalk, John Savage, and Lance McGee. Thank you. Love you guys.
Is the dog okay?
No,
yes, the dog is okay.
But here's what sucks. Here's what sucks.
She's watching the gator come up.
I don't think
dumb.
she really sees it.
She can't. Let me. She's probably got catties.
Come here, gator.
She's probably got cataracts.
Stop calling it.
Glaucoma cataracts.
She's got catties. Say it.
She got catties.
I'm gonna let my dog just sit there. Oh, okay, let me move.
Let me just move out of the. Oh dear. Not Sparky.
Is that a corgi?
I hope not.
Oh, look, the gator's coming at us.
I love corgis.
Now
they're nice long legs.
Look how far the gator, who is in its natural habitat.
She's
staring at it.
What's out in the water?
Let's get out of here.
That's not a frog.
No.
Even the corgi doesn't even know what's about ready to happen. Watch.
He's looking at it like, okay.
Stupid dog.
Stupid.
Now, I mean, I'm sure that there is the entire footage. Is there not?
Yeah, but they cut it out.
I wanted to see it.
Because it's on the news, so they cut it.
But here's the deal. All right, so here's the pictures, and then I always love it when they put gators under arrest. Have you guys ever seen like they always put these gators under arrest. Look at them. They always do this.
And then they take a 22 and put it right in the back of the head.
Yeah.
So now, here's what I'm saying. This isn't going to be the popular opinion, but this gator has been in Florida naturally longer than we have.
Yep.
And it's because we have fed them, humans have fed them.
Yes.
As to why, Anna, are you trying to have like a little Flashdance maniac moment over there or what?
Was that from like 10 minutes ago.
Maybe I don't. Maybe my.
If you refresh, it'll go live.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
I mean, I kind of like the little Irene Cara look. She's a maniac on the dance floor. But so now it's standard procedure in Florida, I think, that if a gator attacks a human being or a dog,
because they'll do it again,
that they kill him.
Yeah, they did.
You have to.
And I know you have to, but God, it is so not cool. This you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say,
I know.
Stop resisting. Like,
is Grandma in his belly?
No, I don't think he ate Grandma. I think he drowned her.
He did. He took her down.
He didn't even need her.
No, he
He's
couldn't eat her.
Old beat.
He dragged her in by her foot.
And then they start doing the death
Well, you know
roll.
what, Bubba? The woman he was really looking for is actually on the scene. If you look at the video, I was like, oh, that's who he was looking for.
What's Wesley Joe Hudson 25 Super or PayPal?
If you X out of there.
How about Captain Creamsicle throwing out $100 bill?
Hell,
Captain Creamsicle.
yeah.
Captain Creamsicle, I like that. God, I got so many damn mouses over here.
All the mice and the rats.
Mice and the rats. Okay, if I X out of this,
Yeah, if you X
I
out
just
of
wanted
that.
to see Captain
Here, I'll just resend it to you.
I wanted to see the alligator being read as rights.
Yeah, I know.
This poor guy.
Here.
FWC
Yeah, if you
Gator
go up,
lady.
if you go up,
read him as right.
and you just refresh that deal. Yep. Then you'll see a video of them hog tying the gator, and then the woman he was actually looking for shows up, and then I'm like, oh damn, he missed out on a better.
All right, so this
meal.
is a hog that you have the right to remain silent.
And then here she comes.
This poor little gator. He's like, man, I was just trying to have a little fun with Granny.
Tape the eyes and the mouth.
Yeah.
What they tape the eyes for?
Because then it calms it down. It thinks it's in the dark because then it doesn't ruin the meat. So he's gonna go sell the gator.
That's who he was looking for.
He wasn't looking for an appetizer. He was looking for a meal. That's a hungry man meal for him.
She was sitting on him too.
And does she got a wig on over a black deal?
I think she shaved underneath.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, to go like that. That's what you should do your hair.
Oh yeah, that'll look great on me.
Yeah.
I do feel a little sorry for the gator.
Yeah, because
I do too, but they have to do
They're
this.
George Floyding him right now.
It's our
She's
own.
Derek Chauvin, but fatter.
It's our own. It's our own doing. Like we're the ones, we're the ones that's given.
It's that lady's fault.
Come on, buddy.
No, you're right.
Stop resisting. Stop, sir. Stop resisting.
You ate Grandma. Now I'm gonna eat you.
Because a lot of times too, that meat is it's not as good as other. So I mean, it's just gonna be ruined.
Now, do they just shoot him in the head with a 22?
Yeah, they'll take him. They'll put
like
him
a
in the
bang
back.
stick.
Yeah, they'll take him in the back of the truck and pop it.
And give him
Oh
the
my
news.
God.
It's like bigger than a 22.
No, it's a 22.
Execution
That's
style.
all they use is 22 right in the back of the head.
I think a 38 blitz
Check
at least.
out them
wouldn't you?
No, because they don't want to
knees.
ruin it.
Those poor
22,
knees.
right? So they have a certain spot in the brain. They put a 22 because they don't want to ruin the hide. They don't want to ruin the head. They can sell the skull.
Oh, they can sell it all.
They can
can't
sell
they?
everything. Yeah, you can sell up to 90% of the gator.
Yeah,
Listen,
you used to have a gator skull.
Those knees were under pressure.
Yes, it's very mean what they do.
I agree, but they have to
I
do
gave
it.
my gator skull to somebody.
Yeah, I know.
I used to have some gator skulls. It's just mean.
I'm late. I'll be back in a minute.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
I mean, Dan's got some gator
Shoes?
skin boots.
Have you've had like gator nugs before, right? Are they good?
We used to have a gator farm. I mean, we used to like partner with a guy.
Are they yummy?
Yeah, they taste like chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
Reptile tastes like chicken? Well, I guess birds are kind of like related to
Gator
reptiles.
meat takes on what it eats. So if usually the wild stuff is a little more gamey and fishy because it eats fish, and farm raised stuff usually eats chickens, steaks, feed.
So it tastes more like
Chicken.
that. Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I did not.
What's up, Mark the Frog? Yeah, it tastes like the grandma's foot. Whoever gets that meat's gonna taste grandma's foot. It sucks about the old lady. You just you can't walk your dog right on the damn. You should eat iguana. I don't know if you meat you're gonna get off an iguana.
I gotta hurry eat my pork chops so fucking weirdo doesn't see me.
Yeah, you gotta take it down. Have you ever had gator
Full
blitz?
lap on that deal.
At least the green beans.
You ever had gator?
Yeah.
Not bad.
No, I mean, not like a huge fan of it, but it's not bad.
Does she get hot when you eat too?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, okay. She made it over 80. She's 55. She must have moved down here from, like, Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
It's a con, just 4 degrees in Winter Park, Colorado. It wasn't Super Fat Bubba Light that bought those fart things.
Oh, no.
It was Little Wilbur's Afterbirth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thing. Sorry, we toted. We totted. Straight airtight. Key West to Joe Hudson. Yeah, it's, some people don't like that kind of stuff, have their spin instructor.
We're at Colin.
He said, where did he put it? He just put, he said it was 4 degrees. Winter Park, Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Morning, Elkhart, Rob. Why can't we get any of these cold fronts?
Yeah, no kidding.
Those hand farters are the shittiest.
They're hard to get anything out of them, really.
They're like if you just get one little gimmick out of her, it's
Oh God.
The one I have is like nice and somewhat soft now because I've been working on it.
Yeah, you gotta work it.
Yeah.
I haven't worked mine like I should.
I can see where the bigger ones would be a lot better.
Oh, they are so much better.
You can find him, Heather's spin instructor.
Do I have any suggestions for Denver? No. Sorry. I've only been there once.
If I go to Boulder, I gotta fly into Denver, right?
Yeah.
How people?
Yeah.
There's not many of
It's
them.
only like an hour, probably it's like an hour drive, I'm guessing, to Boulder. Maybe a little more than that. Hour
Near
15.
Lakeland or something.
Yeah.
Captain Creamsicle, you're the best ever.
We might go see him in April.
Who?
Captain Creamsicle.
Who's that?
The big guy from the Tarpons.
King's Tarpons.
Yes, Tina May, the actor show. Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Tina May, I think isn't that Bubba Army Mom?
It is, yes.
And she's hot.
Yeah, she is.
We have some hotties.
We sure do.
On the women's side, of course, we got Nikki Fields. Why? I know I'm gonna miss somebody, but just off the top of my head, we got, of course, not a fan, Wizzy,
OFF,
Guatemalan. Who's the Guatemalan? The crazy
Maria.
Guatemalan. OFF. Tina May, Country Girl. Tease. Help me out, guys. Why do I got to know all the hot shit?
Missy Hazlett.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Romina.
Krista.
Candle.
Well, those are like not listeners.
Oh, okay.
Those are
Ashley, Susan Poitras.
Oh, Susan Poitras. Greg and Amy. The Amy part of it. Sorry, Greg.
Greg's hot.
Oh, Bob from Sunbelt's wife, Carla.
Uh-huh.
She's a little bit of a puma, but I would blast the hell out of her. Did I just say that?
Whoa.
Oh, this has gotten away from me. The after show is, I said Wizzy. I did say Wizzy. The after show is a podcast. It will be uploaded at noon, available at noon. And it's the Killer Bees. Me, Brian Petroni, and Britt Hatley. We will do that here momentarily. I got to go poop. And the rest of the building will vacate.
You going to send a picture to Sumo?
Yeah, Sumo, I'm going to send you my poop.
There you go.
But I don't even want to.
One poop for another poop.
I don't want to because my poop can't even hold a candle to
Don't say that about your poop, Bubba.
I mean,
he's confident.
Your poop can hold a candle.
He's got. This one doesn't feel very large. He had a full-blown colon cleanse.
Don't sell yourself short.
Today at noon, go get the Killer Bees show. iHeart, Spotify, Google Play, Apple, wherever you get your podcasting needs. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
operations manager and co-host Blitz K,
co-host and show historian Lummox,
co-host Anna Hummel,
co-host Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire of Council, co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council,
the BRN agent Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello. I'm back.